one, fight! That right there is what you call atrociously bad CGI. Yeah, but I recognize the movie. Austin didn't tell me what it was, but that's Escape from LA, and it's not good. But welcome to to Tournament Fights. This is episode 282. We're talking best movies of 1996 all week long, and this is part number 2. So we did a part 1 that's on Wednesday. So if you can go back and check that one out, and yeah, I'll be one of your hosts tonight, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll see what happens. I feel like this bracket might be a little better than last one, but I don't know. It's all subjective, so we'll see. But we'll bring in our crew. We'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez Howell.
Yeah, I think overall the pool of movies is probably better than part 1 overall. But I don't know the matchups. Malcolm made the bracket, and I haven't looked at it, so I'll be learning with you guys as we go along. But I did watch 2 really good movies for this that I've been meaning to knock off anyway. So yeah,
nice.
Look forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. Sounds good. And we also have joining us. We have Steven Shepard.
Steven,
what's up, Steven?
Yeah. I may have a controversial take on Escape from LA.
You're like, other than that scene, it's great.
Yeah,
it's a fun movie.
It's silly. It's very silly, but it's enjoyable.
But that's not even the controversial take.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll I kind of like it more than the first one.
I see. That's where you lose me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love the first one.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we also have joining us. We got Richie Goodacre.
Yeah. Look, like what you like, but Escape from LA is not as good as the first one. Oh, yeah, that CGI is oh my god! I've seen better CGI.
I know. I like to open up with like sometimes a fun bad scene, in these ladder series, just to like throw a scene from a bad movie out there just to get everybody kind of laughing and like enjoying themselves. So it's always a good time. And you know me, I love my bad movies. So yeah.
But there was good CGI back then, just not in this one, I guess.
Yeah.
so yeah. But we also have with us tonight Maria Hammon.
Hey, Maria.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going, Maria?
How's it going?
Hey.
Oh.
Going good. Good to have you.
That's great. I've been here for a bit, but it's life, so
yeah, no,
anything about
that. Yeah, it's all good. Life comes at you fast, so it's all good. We understand, but we're happy to have you. So
thank you.
So yeah, it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but last but certainly not least, we have Zach Shelton.
I mean, if you can't tell by my name, I definitely know what that movie was. That's
right.
That's why I chose the name I chose tonight. So
yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the other one here in a few episodes, and that might have better CGI than the sequel. So yeah, but yeah. So be our panel for tonight, and Austin, if you want to break it down and tell any first timers how it's going to work, and also while you do that, I need to go figure out which one of my nephews unplugged my Ethernet cable real quick because my internet's a little choppy. So I'll be right back. But you can explain.
I'll get it going and get it started. So no problem. Yeah. So this is part 2 of our 3-part 1996 series. We had part 1 the other night. We had a Sweet 16 that moved on to the half bracket, which will be on Friday. And tonight we'll do the same thing. We'll go around and vote. All the matchups are completely random. Again, shout out to Malcolm for making the bracket here tonight. I'll just be running it, so much appreciated, Malcolm. And yeah, we'll see which movies make the Sweet 16 tonight, and then move on to that half Friday bracket, and then we'll see just what wins part 2. We had Matilda win part 1 for anybody that didn't join us. Very close. I was this close to getting the Phantom to win, like this close, like 1 vote away, and it just didn't happen. So we'll see what happens on Friday. But yeah, we'll see what wins part 2 this evening. And yeah, and that's pretty much how it's gonna roll. So we're looking pretty good, and we'll get ready to go. So we'll quick votes as usual. Just keep it nice and breezy. We'll look out for any of those matchups so we can move over something or another. So we'll get things rolling. So Zach will be up first when we get started, and we'll scroll on over to D3, the Mighty Ducks, and Chain Reaction is our first matchup. So Zach, get us started here.
Yeah. I've only seen one of these. I know Chain Reaction is like free on YouTube. I just never got around to it, but I want to. But I have seen D3 the Mighty Ducks, so and I enjoy D3 the Mighty Ducks, so that will get my vote.
All right, Maria.
I've seen them both. Chain Reaction would be my choice of the two. It's not bad. It's not the greatest movie ever made, but it's not bad. And you got Morgan Freeman, Keanu Reeves, eye candy, at least something to look at for a couple hours. That's where I'd go.
All right, Chain Reaction, yeah. And Malcolm, yeah, for anybody, he pulled like the poster for the sci-fi movie, like channel movie, the other night. So he promised he'll have the correct poster for Friday. The Slam, the Slam Evil poster, the correct one. Yes. Yeah. But Richie,
Well, no, I thought you might have pulled the poster for the Ben Affleck movie, Phantoms.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Chain Reaction in like 20 years. So I can't say I remember a lot about it. I remember thinking it was all right, I think. But yeah, D3 Mighty Ducks I enjoy quite a lot. So I'll go D3 Mighty Ducks.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Steven.
Chain Reaction I thought is a fun kind of rip off of The Fugitive. With Fred Ward basically playing the Tommy Lee Jones part, and there's a good foot chase in I think it even takes place in at least the beginning part of the movie takes place in Chicago, just like The Fugitive. So I'll go with Chain Reaction because I think I've only seen the first Mighty Ducks. I don't think I saw any of the sequels.
Yeah, well. Logan says Andrew Davis tries to recapture The Fugitive success to a lesser effect. Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
I mean, that's true, but I still think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, but Austin, what do you
think? Chain Reaction used to come on cable all the time. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember wanting to like it more than actually liking it. Like it just is kind of slow and action's okay. But I'm a Mighty Ducks stan. I grew up with those movies, so I'll go D3.
Yeah. So, surprise, this might be the last one for a little bit, but I do have one last little here that I'm doing
because like the fifth one in a row.
They released a bunch at the beginning of the year, so I'm just trying to get through them all. This may not be 100% new, but it's new to me. I've never had it. This is a Bang energy, and usually I don't like Bang, but I just want to try them because they're new and I'm curious. But the flavor's called Radical Skedaddle. I don't know what that means. So Radical Skedaddle might be radioactive, but I don't know.
It sounds like your uncle trying to be cool. That's
right. Radical Skedaddle. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll try that and give you a score on the next round. Yeah, I was only able to watch one movie for this. I really wanted to watch more, but man, I was just really busy over the last couple of days. So and it was not Chain Reaction. I haven't not seen that movie, so that's a blind spot. But I did grow up with the Mighty Ducks, and yeah, the D3 is good. Like it's probably my least of the three, but not by much. Antoine's got a really hot mic.
Yeah, somebody's.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, D3. It's still a lot of fun because they kind of take what they did bigger and then just do something different, and it's not really bigger. It's almost smaller, but even still, I think that it works. So I'll go D3.
All right, D3. Okay, we'll go down to Spy Hard, the spoof movie, Leslie Nielsen, and That Thing You Do. So,
Ooh, okay.
Maria, you can unmute yourself now.
You're muted.
Oh.
Yeah.
I absolutely love That Thing You Do. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's so charming and full of energy and effervescence, and that's the time I grew up in. And I recognize all the things that they were talking about and what they were doing, and it's very true to the time. Yeah, it's a masterpiece from Tom Hanks. I mean, I hate to say that 'cause it's overused here, not here, but on the internet in general. Masterpiece for everything. But it's really, really good and really, really fun, and it's sweet, and I love it.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you say?
And now get the residuals hopefully at home.
Yeah.
I wish Spy Hard was funnier than it actually ended up being.
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are, but now your mic is very hot right now, so we can hear everything. So
you can hear every little
if
noise.
you adjust your settings, I'm going to mute you for just a second. All right. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah. I wish Spy Hard was more funny than it ended up being. It's all right. But yeah, she got around to That Thing You Do recently, and it's just charming, and it's got a great soundtrack. So I'll go That Thing You Do.
Yeah. Steven.
He's got it. He's eating.
I'm so used to saying that.
Yeah. I thought I'd seen Spy Hard, but then I realized I was getting Spy Hard confused with a different Leslie Nielsen comedy.
Wrongfully Accused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure if I've seen Spy Hard, but don't matter because I love That Thing You Do. It's my favorite soundtrack of all time for a movie. And so, yeah, I'm going with That Thing You Do.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Spy Hard's okay. Yeah, it's one of the lesser Leslie Nielsen's. Like, it still has its funny moments. The Weird Al title song is pretty fun. You know, you're watching Spy Hard. This is the song for Spy Hard. Like, it's pretty good. I just watched That Thing You Do for the first time 2 years ago. And yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, it banks on you really liking that title song, but fortunately it works. Because boy, do they play it a lot, but it's actually a good song and it works. Because boy, if that song sucked and you play it, 20 times in the movie, boy, that would have been a gamble for sure. But no, it works, and it does have a Giovanni Ribisi problem, but luckily they solve that problem because he gets hurt, and they bring in a replacement person to replace him. Yeah, he shows up and then he gets hurt, and you never see him again until other than one scene where they're watching on TV. So that's fine. If every movie did that, we'd be good. But right. So, and Tom Everett Scott, the main guy with the sunglasses, followed this up with American Werewolf in Paris, and he's really bad in that. So this is a much better movie. So That Thing You Do.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Spy Hard. I have seen it, but yeah, I just remember way more about the Naked Gun movies and even Wrongfully Accused. But I do see though that it has an actress that passed away that some people might recognize, Thuy Trang, who was the Yellow Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. She's in it. I don't know how long because she's just a manicurist, so it's probably something about the Asians at the salon or whatever. It's probably something like that. But That Thing You Do is really good and really catchy music. And I think that the cast works all around. I'm going to vote for that. I'm going to say that this drink tastes like really gross Skittles. And I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It's not that good, so
it's a 4 for being gross. That would give a 1.
I mean, it's not like the worst thing you've ever tasted, but it's still drinkable. I'll finish it.
I think Jordan ranks the ones as those big buck energies or whatever the hell you drink.
Yeah,
one time
the big buck one. I think it tastes like straight up crushed up like pills or something. Yeah, but bangs aren't really that great. So yeah.
All right, Zach.
I haven't seen Spy Hard, but I am a big Tom Hanks fan, and I really do like That Thing You Do. And it was actually, if I remember correctly, this was his directorial debut. So I'm going to go with That Thing You Do.
All right, so That Thing You Do takes a sweep. All right, going down to we got The Associate, which is another Whoopi Goldberg tries a job. and successful like Eddie we had in the first bracket.
Yeah.
and Bordello of Blood, the Dennis Miller vampire movie.
Oh, okay.
So Richie.
Yeah. You forget that like Whoopi Goldberg was in a lot of shit in the 90s, and now that she just does nothing.
She has like 6 movies in 1996. It's ridiculous. Go look it up. Like she's one of the.
Now
she's
on the
all the damn
View,
time.
Now she just like
all the
annoys
political
people
shit out there.
Yeah.
and occasionally shows up and shit. But
Yeah.
very very seldom. I've never seen The Associate though. I've seen some of the other ones. I've seen Eddie, which is also a ridiculous premise.
Have you seen Theodore Rex, where she teams up with a dinosaur?
I know of the movie. I don't know about even when I was young. I'm like, that movie looks shit.
It is.
Cheers for wacky movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bordello of Blood is. I don't think it's a classic either, but you can have fun with it. I'll go with Bordello of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
Tales from the Crypt made 2 movies, and the reason why is because I never saw Demon Knight, but Bordello of Blood sucks. Is Frank Langella in Eddie, or is he in The Associate? He's in one of these mediocre Whoopi Goldberg comedies.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
I don't remember which one. Whichever one, that's the one that I saw. But you know what? I'd rather see The Associate than Bordello of Blood. So I'll go with The Associate.
It's true. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, Whoopi does have a cameo at the end of Bordello of Blood. Yeah, she does. So she's in both of these. Yeah, she was everywhere. I swear to God, she was in like every movie. We'll see her again in this bracket too.
You forget that the Bordello of Blood is a Tales of the Crypt movie, I guess. So, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. The Crypt Keeper shows up at the beginning. Yeah.
I thought the whole title, or at least originally, is Tales from the Crypt presents Bordello of Blood or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. Look, Bordello of Blood, I realize it's not like a great movie, but man, I've seen it a whole bunch. This movie's come on a lot, and it's a guilty pleasure. It's fun, and Dennis Miller, like I don't mind it for what it is. It has Eric Eleniak, and Chris Sarandon plays like crazy like televangelist guy. Like he kind of teams up with the end. Corey Feldman is very wacky in it. So I mean, it has its moments. I think it's fun for what it is. So I'll go Bordello of Blood. I haven't seen The Associate. I haven't only seen a lot of these mediocre like mid-90s Whoopi Goldberg movies. So no,
Eddie was the one where she like wins a competition to coach the Knicks or something.
Yeah, we had the part. Yeah, we had that in part 1.
That's a dumb premise. Why would you have any faith in anybody who wants to?
You would never have a super fan just run the team. That's silly.
It's like they're gonna lose every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bordello of Blood. It feels like an anthology movie because it's part of the Tales from the Crypt, but I think it's just one coherent story. But about this brothel, I think that it's fun enough. And I haven't seen The Associate, and I probably never will. So because I don't care, I'll vote for Bordello of Blood.
All right. Yeah, Zach.
I haven't seen either, but of these 2, I would much rather watch Bordello of Blood.
Yeah. Maria,
what do you say?
I don't think all of her movies were mediocre. I thought she'd had some pretty big hits then, but what do I know?
She
I
did.
think The Associate. I can't do the Bordello thing, so I'll do The Associate. I haven't seen it, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bordello of Blood moves on. All right. Going down to Sergeant Bilko and Joe's apartment. So this might be a weak little corner.
Yeah. Sergeant Bilko that made Chris Scott's 128.
I think it's the only other time we've seen him in a tournament fight. But, Steven.
So I love Steve Martin, but I remember Sergeant Bilko being kind of boring, actually. Joe's apartment. It has its moments, so I haven't seen it in forever, but I only saw it once. But I remember thinking it's mildly fun, so I'll go with Joe's apartment.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I saw Sergeant Bilko on a bus, and that's the proper way to see Sergeant Bilko, because it's about the only thing that'll keep you, like it'll keep you mildly occupied. It's like watching it on a plane or something. Like it's fine enough well, it's on there, but yeah, it's not great. Look, is Joe's Apartment great either? No, it's like the first MTV movie, and it's not good, and it has talking stuff. But goddamn, it's one of those guilty pleasure bad movies. And do I own it on Blu-ray? You fucking goddamn right I do. So I'll say Joe's Apartment. Did I pay $17 for a Warner Archive Blu-ray? Yes, I did. So
not just DVD, Blu-ray.
No, yeah, Blu-ray. Gotta have those CGI cockroaches in high quality. Yes.
Yeah, right. Well, I've never seen Joe's Apartment, but I've seen trailers for it. I know that's like a guilty one for JPO, and maybe not even a guilty one. Maybe he just straight up likes it. I don't know, but Sergeant Bilka, it's decent enough. As I know, it's another one of those. I think it's based on like a Cyrano de Bergerac, or based on like something. I can't remember, because I think it's one of those ones where someone's feeding him the romantic lines.
Sergeant de Bergerac is Roxanne.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Sergeant
Roxanne.
Bilko is just a remake of a TV show, just a military TV show.
Oh, weird.
That's all it is. Yeah.
But it is the guy with the big nose, though, right? Is that the one, or is that Roxanne?
That's Roxanne.
Oh, then maybe I.
You're thinking the wrong movie. Yeah.
No, I remember seeing this one for Chris Scott's 64 when he's in like the military and going through boot camp. I don't have the cast pulled up, but is Danny DeVito or something in this? I feel like I remember something like that. Like
you may be now thinking of Renaissance Man with Mark Wahlberg.
Also, I don't know, maybe that. I swear I've seen it.
There is a Dan in there. It's Dan Aykroyd.
Oh yeah. Okay, Dan Aykroyd, Phil Hartman, Daryl.
Your point is that this means forgettable.
Very forgettable, yeah.
It's a very bland, forgettable Steve Martin movie that meshes with everything.
Movies.
Yes.
Yeah, for too much time.
That's correct. That's correct.
But I'll vote for it, sure, because I haven't seen Joe's Apartment, sure. So, Zach.
Yeah. So again, this is a matchup of two I haven't seen, but looking at the plots, I would much rather I would watch Joe's Apartment first because it sounds more interesting.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria, what do you say?
Isn't Joe's Apartment the one that had all the bugs and stuff in the bathtub, and they did some sort of thing?
Yeah. They sing.
Yeah. They sing. They play little instruments. Yeah.
I was gonna say I remember it for that, but I had nothing else. I didn't think Sergeant Bilko was the greatest show ever made either, but of the two, I think I'd rather watch that than the bug thing. But I'll go with Sergeant Bilko. Just I like Steve Martin. It's not a great movie. We all know that.
Well, it's funny. Like, all these movies are like ones that we can vaguely remember. Like, wasn't it the one thing with the one guy and the one thing?
Yeah. All I remember is the bug thing. I don't even know who's in it or anything.
Yeah,
but it's Jerry O'Connell is like the only guy.
Oh, that of course it is.
Yeah, that's it.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Good for him.
But,
whatever.
I also an apologist for Joe's Apartment. I love Joe's Apartment. I think it's nothing to do. I was at my so I'm gonna go into it, but I currently have a new lady friend, and there was a cockroach, and I got cliche chick doesn't like cockroaches, so I put it in the bin. I'm like, oh well, there goes the idea of watching Joe's Apartment. So what Joe's Apartment? I'm like, don't worry, just a movie where he's got his apartment's got his cockroach infested. They talk and they. It's like, no, Joe, you don't want to watch that. I'm like, it's a good movie. I got it. I read it. It's watchable all the time.
You should sell it instead by going, it's only 80 minutes. Let's watch it.
It's only 80 minutes.
Some good call.
He was a heartthrob in the 90s. Come on. And Joe's Apartment. So I ironically like that movie.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
All right. This should be a banger matchup on the next round. All right. We got Jackie Brown, holdover from 1997, and we got Twister. Round 6.
Never can't go here and there and come for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm up first. Damn. Yeah, this sucks. It's a good matchup because I really love Jackie Brown. I just watched it again recently because I showed my girl we're filling in her Tarantino gaps. Man, that movie just works. It's really, really good. But unfortunately, going against Twister, which is in my top 64. Like, I love Twister, one of my all-time favorite movies. So I gotta go Twister, but I won't mind either one going through. Jordan?
Oh man, yeah, this one's really tough because this was like the movie when my my grandparents first got like a huge TV room, and they wanted to test out their like new sound system, and they like invite everyone over to watch Twister. And yeah, it's good, but so is Jackie Brown. I don't know. Probably so slightly more rewatch one is Twister, so I'll give it to Twister. Sure. Yeah. But Zach.
I'm gonna go with Twister. I find it entertaining and just it's a fun time. I liked Twisters from last year, but it's not as good as the original. But I'm gonna still go with Twister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
I think it's a good movie, Twister. I mean, we all liked it at the time, especially. It was hot, and it was interesting, and the cow flying by and all that stuff. I think things have come a long way from that time, but it's still a good movie. And Jackie Brown's, it's quite Tarantino. What are you going to do? It's going to be good no matter what. I did think Twister, as somebody else said, was more rewatchable. I mean, like if you have the grandkids here, we're not popping in Jackie Brown. It's going to be Twister.
Oh, why not?
Well, I don't know. Adult themes, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure I want those kind of questions. That's for the parents to take care of. Go home and ask mom. Anyway, I'll vote for Twister.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like Robert De Niro just blowing people away because he's annoyed with them.
Well, if you wanna get some good family suggestions of show the family, tune in to our April episode of our best family movies. We're
gonna do a family one.
That'll be cool. It'll be fun. Yeah. Richie.
Hey, Mummy, check it out. It's got the black guy from Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I also watched that. Usually in these situations, I'll opt for the. If the movie's really good, I'll opt for the one that's came out in the year. And I'm also just on a Philip Seymour Hoffman kick because he's in Mission Impossible 3, which we're doing for Wheel Movies. So, and he was one of the best actors. So I'll go Twister.
All right.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
Yeah, Jackie Brown is the better movie, but I'll go with Twister and the logic that it's the 1996 movie. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Austin.
Oh yeah, I went first. Yep. All right. And that's the 4K poster, by the way, because I have that 4K. There we go. Primal Fear with Richard Gere and Time to Kill.
Two courtroom movies.
Yeah, two kind of courtroom-ish movies. Yeah. So Jordan.
Tough one too.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's to start with me because I haven't seen either one of these, so they're both blind spots. Probably, I'm not a huge Richard Gere fan. I just think he's okay.
He's good in that one, though. That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, but even so, like A Time to Kill. I mean, I've read the book, but I've never seen the movie because my parents just, especially my dad, he reads every John Grisham book, and so he just has them sitting around. So I'll just read them sometimes, and yeah, that one's good with Sandra Bullock, Matthew McConaughey, Sam Jackson. Like the list goes on and on. Kiefer Sutherland, Kevin Spacey, Donald Sutherland. So, I'll go with The Time to Kill. I'm even looking at like the second row of people here on the cast list, and it's still just bangers. That's just like really great cast. So
Kiefer's in it, but Donald Sutherland's in it too.
Yeah, right. It's father son. So, but Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Time to Kill. I really wanted to see it for this tournament. I just didn't get around to it. I know it was one of the ones that left Netflix at the end of January and just could not see it. But because it is higher on my list, A Time to Kill.
Oh, and it looks like A Time to Kill has Brenda Fricker, who is the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. All right. Yeah, right. But Maria, what do you say?
I would go for Primal Fear. I thought that was excellent. There's a huge surprise in the middle, and yeah, it's a good movie. It really is. I'm not a big Richard Gere, hey, rah rah. Sometimes I think he's a little distant in some of these movies. But anyway, I really think it's good. Time to Kill is excellent as well. So I mean, I'm not going to complain about that winning, but I'm going to vote for Primal Fear.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie.
It's tricky. Both of these films are kind of like on par for me. Primal Fear is quite really good. It's one of Richie's bit performances in my eyes. And he is a smoke show. No. Yeah. Look, I will
say Richard Gere. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will. You know what? I'll go with Primal Fear. Why not?
And also, Primal Fear has a stack cast too. Just go look at that.
No, it has a ton of character actors. Both these movies
Yeah.
have tons of character actors. Yeah,
Yeah.
people throughout. Yeah,
but Steven.
Yeah, these are really close for me as well. I'm as much as I love A Time to Kill, I'm still not sure how I feel about the ending. But it's still a great movie, and great performances all around. And Primal Fear, not only one of Richard Gere's best performances, but and Edward Norton. I think this was
I forgot about him.
I think this was his one, if not his first, and one of his very first big roles.
Yeah, it's his first movie. Yeah, and he's really good at
it. He got a well-deserved Oscar nomination. He's riveting. The twist at the end is one of the best twists of all time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Primal Fear.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Brian pointed out that Brenda Fricker is also in Angels in the Outfield. She's the foster mom in that movie.
Yeah,
she's in a lot of movies.
Yeah, yeah, but Austin.
Yeah, no, these are both good. Yeah, the Primal Fear twist is very good. Yeah, it's really solid. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I've seen A Time to Kill more. I'm a John Grisham guy, so like any of those like '90s John Grisham adaptations, I like. And it's the second movie that has both Matthew McConaughey and Chris Cooper in the same movie because they're both in Lone Star as well. Because he's also Time to Kill. So I'll go Time to Kill because I've seen it more. But that's a tie, and we start with the bottom with Zach for tiebreaker.
I'm going to go with A Time to Kill.
Okay, Time to Kill moves on. There you go. Tough matchup though. All right, we got Sling Blade, Billy Bob, and Fear. We have Primal Fear, and now we have Fear.
Oh,
so we should have had Primal Fear versus Fear instead.
Yeah, the other Fear movie. Yes. So we're back down to Zach.
This is tough. It's kind of a toss-up for me. I've heard more glowing things about Sling Blade, so I'm going to give that the slight edge.
Sure.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
I think Sling Blade's the winner here. I mean, in both those are not bad movies. I think Sling Blade, though, Billy Bob really was excellent.
Yeah. Richie, you go.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sling Blade. It's a pretty good movie. I've seen Fear. Probably Matt Wahlberg's first villain roles. Probably channeling that a bit in Flight Risk. A little bit. It's a little more bonkers in Flight Risk. But I'll go the one I've seen, Fear. But I can understand why it's like a Sling Blade.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
This is easy. I mean, Fear is okay, but it's Sling Blade though is great. So Sling Blade for sure. It's definitely the superior movie of these two.
Yeah, and Austin.
Yeah, goddamn biscuits and gravy. Yeah. No, it's if you want to see a really funny video, go look up the press material for what was it, Mr. Woodcock, I think, or whatever, the one when he did with John Heater, and it's like there's a thing where he's doing Sling Blade and John Heater's doing Napoleon Dynamite talking to each other, and it's actually School for Scoundrels. Yeah, the other one, School for Scoundrels. Yeah, but they like they're doing the characters like to each other, and she's like, "What's the deal with your? What do you talk like that?" He's just like, outrage. He's just like, gosh. So it's but I'll go Sling Blade.
Yeah, so Sling Blade was the movie I watched for this. So, and yeah, it was like, I love you, boy. You're my best friend. And it's kind of like a darker Forrest Gump with like none of the accomplishments though that Forrest Gump does. So he just kind of walking around this town and like meets a family and stuff, and there's some dark things that happen, and it's pretty good though. I mean I say that like at the beginning, I said that like I didn't love it, which I didn't like love it because I wish that there's more that actually happened. It's a little slow, kind of, but like it's still good, and the performance is familiar about Thornton is phenomenal though. That's really good stuff, and Fear is actually really good too. It may be like one of Mark Wahlberg's like best performances in my mind. Like I think that he's really good in it, and I mean anything with Alyssa Milano in there, she's like one of my childhood crushes. And yeah, but I'll give it to Sling Blade probably. I think it's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you guys vote for me? I finger banged Reese Witherspoon on the roller coaster. You don't like that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene.
What's wrong with you?
Oh.
All right. Sling Blade moves on. We got The Preacher's Wife with Denzel and Beavis and Butthead to America. So,
oh wow,
it's a bizarre matchup.
yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, Maria.
Because my on Criterion. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maria.
Yes, I heard you.
Hey.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, hello.
Fell asleep for a minute. Yeah, I'm a terrible person.
No.
The Preacher's Wife is good, but not as good as the original. I like Beavis and Butthead just for fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, I've never seen The Preacher's Wife. It's not really something I've been clamoring to watch, but I'd be alright. But Beavis and Butthead to America, yeah. I was a huge Beavis and Butthead fan growing up. So when the movie came out, and yeah, the movie's really fun. So yes, Beavis and Butthead to America. And this is a Hoover Dam. Is this anyone here? Goddamn.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Steven.
Yeah, so I liked Beavis and Butthead when I was a kid. I mean, not the movie. Not. I don't think I ever really saw the show, but I remember liking the movie. But then I remember like a few years ago, I rewatched it. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't really hold up as well for me as I remember it being. Preacher's Wife is a nice little movie. I'll go with The Preacher's Wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin.
I'll just make my answer with. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the great cornholio. I need TB for my bungholio. Just like him just running around the White House, like doing it, like you're picking up like the red phone. I need TB for my bunghole. Or there's some pretty good stuff near the beginning with like them and the teacher was like. Whereas, like, you'll see that we don't always need TV to entertain us. So he's like, he said anus, entertain us. So, yeah, I'll go with Beavis and Butthead Do America. I think it rules, and I've never seen The Preacher's Wife, and I don't really have a lot of interest. So,
shout out to Robert Stacks as the FBI agent.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
cavity searches all around.
Yeah. but Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, I do like Denzel Washington in movies. I haven't seen The Preacher's Wife yet, though. But I have seen Beavis and Butthead Do America, and I did enjoy it when I saw it. So I'm going to go with Beavis and Butthead.
All right, Beavis and
Butthead.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, got Down Periscope and Flirting with Disaster.
Love that movie.
Okay. All right.
That crazy cat downtown.
Oh man. So I'll just go with the one I've seen. I wasn't even when I was a kid when this came out. I wasn't the biggest fan of Down Periscope, but I guess it had its moments. And I haven't seen Floating with Disaster, even though I dig the cast. So yeah, I'll just go Down Periscope. I'm always like, yeah, what do I get to vote on? Oh, okay.
Steven.
Yeah, I saw Down Periscope many years ago, and I don't remember thinking much of it, even though I've always been a fan of Kelsey Grammer because of Frasier, but I haven't seen Flirting with Disaster, but I'll still go with Flirting with Disaster because I remember Down Periscope not being that good.
Sure.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Flirting with Disaster yet. That probably would have been a third one I would have watched had I gotten to a third one, but I only had time for two. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it's been forever since I've seen Down Periscope, but I would watch it again just for, again, like the cast is like insane of people you know all throughout it, like just everybody is somebody. Yeah, I remember it being okay. Like it used to come on cable a lot, so it was fine. So I'll go Down Periscope.
Yeah. Yeah, so Flirting with Disaster is okay, but like honestly, I think to most people, probably Down Periscope just okay, but the cast just gets me on it though. With Harlan Williams being the guy that's like down in the bowels of the ship, hearing all the whale sounds and everything from the on his headphones, and then you got Rob Schneider in there, and then Kelsey Grammer's okay. I actually met him at a convention. He was randomly at a convention that I went to. So yeah, I'll go with Down Periscope. I think it's fun enough. So. Zach.
Yeah, so even though I am a Ben Stiller fan, haven't seen Flirting with Disaster, and I am more intrigued by Down Periscope more. So Down Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, one of the funniest scenes though, if you look on YouTube, you look up Kelsey Grammer falls off stage during a meeting. It's like so good. He like falls off. He lands on his feet, but he's like, "Oh my dear God," or something like that, and like just like the way that he reacts to it, and then he just in shock for a minute and pauses, and he just keeps going. It's weird. Yeah, but Maria.
Yeah, I love this movie. Between it and High School High, that's my guilty pleasures for crazy movies that have a bunch of funny jokes, one right after the other. Lauren Holly's in it. She's great. I mean, they treat that whole situation differently than I would have, but it's cool. It's just really neat, really, really good movie. And Bruce Dern plays a really mean admiral.
Yeah.
Bruce Dern playing a grumpy, angry guy, you don't say.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
it seems like a stretch.
Now it's go-to. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, really getting out of his comfort.
Yeah. All right, going down to Volcano, holding over from '97, and The Rock, the Michael Bay.
Oh, fudge!
Do we have to vote, really?
You do. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You don't know the love the people have for Volcano around here, so
they shouldn't have it, but okay.
Hey, man.
Better movie.
you better watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Fighting words around here.
Yeah, fighting words. Oh yeah.
Well, if you guys said stuff like that to me, I guess I can.
I do quite enjoy Volcano, but I love The Rock. It's still, as far as I'm concerned, it's still Michael Bay's best movie. And plus, it's one of the lines that I have written here that Nicolas Cage says in that movie. That movie actually has a lot of lines, and also you guys were talking about stacked cast. This actually has a pretty stacked cast too.
It does.
Yeah.
Ed Harris, Michael Bean,
Tony Todd. I'm going with The Rock.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, don't disrespect the movie, Maria. That's in my 128. I love Volcano. Volcano's awesome. One of my favorite disaster movies. It came very close to winning a tournament because it almost won that posters tournament.
Tommy Lee Jones is an object of lust. I'm sorry.
It's awesome. Now that movie rocks. But yeah, and this time I'll give it to The Rock just because I'll advocate for something else if it's a really good 96 movie. And yeah, The Rock is really good. The actual Rock, the character was not as good around this time. Rocky Maivia was not a great character. But he came into his own. The final boss is good. Oh yeah, but The Rock, the movie's good too. So I'll go with The Rock.
Yeah. So I got to talk to Michael Bean at a convention about the Rock, among other movies, and like he said, yeah, he is a little hard to work with, just like you would think, but he made a good movie. And I think he even wanted to say like not like his other movies are that good though. This is maybe his best one, is what he was kind of alluding to, but not saying it. But The Rock is a lot of fun. Funny enough, like I like the Nicolas Cage stuff, like the best, especially like the street, like on the streets of San Francisco and like all that stuff, and Ed Harris, because he's got kind of a little twist or of sorts in it. And yeah, I think that's a fun movie. The Volcano's fun, but I think The Rock's a little better, so I'll go with The Rock. Zach.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pez. I have not gone to Volcano yet. I wanted to for this. I just did not get around to it. But The Rock is my number 2 movie of 1996, so it's going to be The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is one of my all-time favorites. It would be high up, in the order of what I like. I just love the interaction between Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is hysterical. The whole plot, everything's perfect. I mean, I can't hardly believe it, but I think that's almost the perfect movie. It's just so interesting. So many different things happen that you don't even expect. That's definitely one of my favorites. Now, Volcano, I don't like Tommy Lee Jones because he's always mean and always weird. And Tash can go whatever. So that's why I don't like that movie. I think that could be fun if I like those two people, but I don't. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, The Rock.
Well, a lot of people say that Sean Connery in The Rock's kind of playing like one of his James Bond characters, kind of.
He is, but that's okay. He's still Sean
yeah.
Connery.
Well, there's a fan
good,
theory that he was like
that.
held in like an underground prison or something. Like James Bond, his character went rogue, and like now they need him back and shit like that.
Would be
Like
cool.
they put him in Alcatraz, and then like and then
left him for the rest of his life. Yeah,
something like that. So,
yeah.
Richie.
Losers always whine about the best. About the best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yeah, that's the best one in the whole thing.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my Sean Connery impression. Thank you. The Rock.
Yeah.
I think we was just trying
You're
to
the only one
San
qualified to
Francisco
even come
song.
close to the accent.
But yeah, for the little clip that I used to play, it came from the Rock. Why don't you cut the chit chat a-hole?
Yeah. I forgot that.
Got a Tin Cup with Kevin Costner and Evita. Yeah. All right, so it's on me. Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. Actually, I think I've seen Evita, but it's only through through cable maybe years ago. I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't watched Tin Cup yet, but it was one I was gonna watch. But then I looked at the runtime and it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, don't have time for that. So I'll get to Tin Cup eventually, but I'd probably watch it. So I'll get Tin Cup.
Yeah, I've never seen Evita, but I have seen Tin Cup. I remember seeing it over at a friend's house back in '96, like shortly after it released on VHS, and just being like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "It's called Tin Cup," and it's like just it's a golf movie where like that becomes like a like rom-com of sorts, and he's like teaching people how to play golf, but he's got an attitude or something. It's all right,
It's the other angry golfer movie. But there's a better one.
Right. Yeah, right. so yeah, I mean, I think that it's good enough. So I'll go Tin Cup for sure.
Yeah, because he gets kicked out of the PGA and stuff for being like angry, which is very similar to another better golf movie from '96.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. But Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so I haven't seen Evita, and Tin Cup is the one that I'm currently in the process of watching. I think I have like 45 minutes left. It's okay so far. I think the romance is a little forced. But because I am currently watching it, Tin Cup.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria.
I don't like either of these. I don't like Evita, and Tin Cup is long. Kevin Costner and Rene Russo don't have the chemistry that they should, I think, to be the leads. But okay, I love Rene Russo anyway, so anything she's in is good. I'll vote for Tin Cup because I thought Evita blew. I mean, that's just horrible.
And because the movie's saying that's not an accurate. Oh wait,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's very angry. No, it is. He's an angry golfer. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It is an accurate.
It's the other angry golfer movie. Yeah,
right.
It's like a deal. It's not a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, not in any
but
way.
I swear,
comedy. Yeah.
I swear, Akers. Every time I go to like show one of your comments, you're posting 5 more. Sorry, but love you. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Evita. I don't know if I'll get around to it. But Tin Cup, you know how like you've got your people stable of the horror genre with like your Scream Queens and Scream Kings. We need to come up with a term for people who are king of the sports drama. I think that's Kevin Costner.
Right.
Yeah.
That dude,
I was just thinking that he's got a lot of those.
He's
got about 8 or
good
something.
sports drama. And I actually think Tin Cup's pretty good. Yeah, it is a bit too long, but yeah, it does make you. I don't know. It makes you care about golf, which is an achievement in itself. So I'll go Tin Cup. And yeah, with that I got a jet. Sorry, it was a shorter time, but I had fun. I was in for a good time, not a long time. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Just go get a gym. But yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you, Richie. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jonathan Carroll, though, I'm just gonna say he's saying
that movie is one of the longest movies I ever saw in theaters. Like not literally, but like, oh my god,
that was horrible.
It was a long ass movie. It was for the game. That movie's long.
Oh, yeah. But Steven.
Yeah. I don't like musicals that are all 100% singing, and that's what Evita is.
Oh, it is.
I don't think there's no spoken dialogue. It's all
it's like Les Mis.
Like Les Mis, yeah.
Les Mis.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's well made, and it's one of Madonna's better performances. But it's it is what it is, and it's not really my thing. Tin Cup. I think Tin Cup is a highly enjoyable movie, so I'll go with Tin Cup.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going down to Bound, the Wachowski movie, and 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, geez. Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, this one's fun for the whole family. Yes, it's a great family double feature.
Yeah, great one.
Do we really need to even vote on this?
I know. Like, I kind of feel like Bound is great. Yeah. Have you guys seen it?
No, we can vote.
Is that the one where Bound. Okay. Go ahead.
And also, I would say that 101 Dalmatians from the 90s is the best live-action Disney movie they've ever made. And I'll stand by that. That movie is better than all this trash we're getting with Disney live-action movies. And Glenn Close gives a great performance.
I don't agree. To me, I actually think the movie that's kind of related to this, I enjoy more. And
the other one's good too, Cruella.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and vote then. We'll go ahead and vote then. Jordan, what you got? Yeah.
I mean, I already kind of said it, like everything that I need to say, and I think I'll just add Hugh Laurie. He plays a great henchman. He's one of them, and yeah, I think that it's fun. So I'll vote for 101 Dalmatians. Yeah. Zach.
I'm only voting for 101 Dalmatians because I've seen it. I wanted to see Bound. I just did not get around to it.
Holy shit! I'm scared.
Yeah. Maria.
Okay, so Bound, is that the one where they had like some girl got all of her limbs chopping off and stuff?
No. This is Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly having a lesbian relationship and screwing over Joey Pants for mob money.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, 101 Dalmatians, great movie.
Yeah, it is.
I'll go for that one.
Oh no! John is gonna be mad in the comments. Oh no! This is not good, Stephen.
I mean,
don't know who that is. Joan Plowright. Anyone know who that is?
Yeah,
she's the older lady who
English
passed
lady.
away recently. Yeah, the British lady.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Stephen.
You've seen her in a billion things.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Bound is easily the better movie. Yeah, Glenn Close is great casting as Cruella DeVille, but that's kind of really all that movie has going for as far as I'm concerned.
I didn't like that either, but I don't want to promote this Bound thing.
Oh yeah. Joan Plowright. She was in Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Austin.
No, I'd go for Bound. I just watched Bound. That was one of the two I watched, and I've been meaning to watch it for a while. Yeah, this movie's great, and it's very close to being like a one location thriller. I mean, they go back to Gina Gershon's apartment once or twice, but it's mostly yeah, it's kind of takes place next to these two adjacent apartments, and yeah, it's just a very simple, like kind of a not like a heist movie per se, but it's them trying to figure out how to steal this like mob money from Joe Pantoliano and this like small group of mafiosos, and like it's really really great. It's a lot of mind games, and come on, it has Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon doing some things. Let's just say doing some the horizontal polka, a couple of scenes, so and it works. And yeah, I think
polka.
They're both
yeah. So
check that out later.
I would have gone for Bound, but yeah, Caro's dying because the freaking.
Yeah, see?
Come on, Jonathan, we need you.
Yeah, I know. So, no, I 100% I would have voted for Bound, but I guess you guys want, 101 Dalmatians.
The only two Disney live action movies I will really ever defend are the two 101 Dalmatian related ones. So yeah.
Oh boy! All right, he's gonna have a heart attack. So, oh jeez, shit. All right,
that's my type of movie for sure. Right, yeah, probably.
Escape from LA and Ransom with Mel Gibson. Our second Renee, and this is our second Renee Russo movie, by the way. She's also in Tin Cup.
I love her.
But yeah, Zach.
Well, you can tell from my name which one I'm gonna go for. I actually really like Escape from LA. This might be a hot take. I like it more than Escape from New York.
That's what I said.
Again, yeah, that one scene is bad, but like I still enjoyed the rest of the movie, and I'm gonna go with Escape from LA.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, I'm sorry I left Russell, but it's not near as good as the first one, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Not all of it. I'm going to vote for Ransom because Renee's in that, and Mel does a pretty good job. I think they did a good job together. So,
yeah. Steven.
Yeah, I just think Escape from LA has a sense of goofy fun that's missing from the first movie. The first movie, I think, takes itself too seriously. But that being said, I love Ransom. It's one of my favorite movies from Ron Howard, and it's super intense and gripping. And so I'm going with Ransom.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll go with Ransom here. Look, Escape from LA, yeah, you can have some guilty pleasure fun with, but come on, one of the thriller sequences is they're making him play basketball and shoot layups. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, guys. Like, it's not a good movie. It's like, hey, make 10 layups in a row. Like, what are we doing? Come on, like, it's silly. It's very silly. And I think it's a vast step down. This was when Carpenter was starting to lose it a little bit, I think, in the 90s. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Ransom. I think it's a little too long. Like I think it kind of drags a little bit in the third act, but it's still very good and it's a solid movie. I almost played the bounty like Ransom monologue to open the show because it's really good. But yeah, I'll go with Ransom.
So here's the thing: I've never seen Ransom, but I've seen Escape from LA, and like it is bad, but it's fun bad. It's like one of those ones that's just like so bad it's kind of fun because yeah, I forgot Steve Buscemi was in it until you showed that clip. It's got Bruce Campbell in there having fun. Pam Grier. I mean, I'm a huge Pam Grier fan. And yeah, and then even just some like weird cameo things. Breckin Myers being a surfer guy for a second. So yeah, I think I got to give it to Escape from LA because I don't hate it. So.
Okay. All right, well, Ransom at least got the 3 votes, so at least that'll hang on for now. All right.
Wait, what did
Maria voted for Ransom?
I vote for Ransom, yeah.
And me and Steven voted for Ransom.
Oh, Steven did. Okay.
Yeah, Steven voted for Ransom.
I thought Steven was going to pull for Escape from LA because he was talking
yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the movie a lot, but I love Ransom.
He said Ransom was one of his favorite movies of that year, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, we got Scream and Sing Sing. This is random, but it's one of the 2024 movies. One of the holdovers again. We have 2024 and 1997 movies sprinkled throughout here. So if you're saying what, no, that's why we had to sprinkle in 2024 movies.
Yeah,
into here.
You had a place to put them. So
yes, so we had a few in part 1, a few in part 2. So Maria,
I think I haven't seen Sing Sing. I probably won't, but Scream was really good. I thought.
I don't know if you'd like
when it came out. It was really a surprise, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to vote for Scream.
Yeah,
a few horror
Steven.
things I like. Kind of horror,
Yeah.
Okay. Normally, I would go with the 1996 movie, but Sing Sing is one of those movies that I want to pull for, even though I'm pretty sure I know which direction this is gonna go. I think Sing Sing is just such a great movie. My second favorite movie of 2024 that I've seen so far. I still have a lot of catch up to do. So I'm gonna give it to Sing Sing.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Scream because I did like Sing Sing. I've only seen it once, but I mean, Scream is probably one of the better movies of '96, so it should move on.
Yeah. So I've seen Sing Sing. I just want to make sure that I get the guy's name right. It's not just Coleman Domingo, but also Clarence Macklin. Yeah, he's really good too in it. But like, for the great performances that those two are giving, and some of the other people in there, it's just not my like bag for like what the subject matter is. I'm just kind of like, okay, like prisoners doing plays. Okay, whatever. It doesn't do a lot for me. So, but Scream all day, every day. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I could watch that movie once a day for my whole life and never get tired of it. So I'll vote for Scream. But Zach,
I knew what direction this was going as soon as I saw the matchup. People know my thoughts. People know my thoughts on Scream. I am not a fan at all of Scream.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it is one of near the bottom of my 1996 list.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But it's weird because it's like I have seen it. I haven't seen Sing Sing, but I am probably going to vote for Sing Sing, even though Scream already went through. So
yeah. All right, Scream. Okay, and going down to Breaking the Waves, the Lars von Trier movie, and The Great White Hype with Sam Jackson. So we'll see where this goes, Steven.
Breaking the Waves is one of those critically acclaimed movies from this year that I have not seen. The Great White Hype, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember it being enjoyable enough, so I'll go with The Great White Hype.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen Breaking the Waves either. It's kind of similar to Steven. Like, there's a couple of these critically acclaimed movies here in the early 90s that I just missed. I tried to watch a few. I mean, I at least did watch Bound, and I watched one other one that got a lot of praise. But I have seen The Great White Hype a couple of times. Yeah, it's very much like Sam Jackson playing like a Don King type of guy, and like Damon Wayans is like a arrogant champ that takes on like like an underdog white guy. It's kind of like a different version of Rocky, just not as not as good as Rocky, but it's more of a comedic thing. Like Damon Wayans gets all out of shape and he shows up for the match with like a huge gut, just out of shape and doesn't take it seriously. So like it has some fun people in it. I think James Earl Jones is in it too. So like it's not bad. Yeah. It's an enjoyable little watch for what it is, but I've seen it, so I'll go Great White Hype.
Yeah, The Great White Hype, not to be confused with the 70s movie, The Great White Hope.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of ripping on, a little bit. Like it's kind of not like a spoof.
Jones.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I've never seen Breaking the Wave. I don't even really know what that even is.
Yeah.
But the Great White Hype, I think that I saw it on TV, like it came on back in the day when they would actually show like movies in like prime time. There was a time where they would show it on like network TV once in a while, like primetime movies, and they would like hype them up and like give them some advertising and stuff. But so Sam Jackson, I mean Jamie Foxx and Jeff Goldblum, like there's a really stacked cast. Like the list goes on and on. There's another whole row I could read out to. But so I'll go with The Great White Hype. Zach.
I'm going to go with the movie that I've at least heard of before this tournament, and that's The Great White Hype.
Yeah. All right.
I'll go with it too. I haven't seen it, but it sounds really funny, so I'm going to go watch it. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So Great White Hype moves on for now. We got Eraser and Before and After. Forgive.
What the heck?
Movies I hadn't heard of from '96.
Yeah.
No, it's I haven't seen Before and After either. I think it's one I looked up and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's Meryl Streep, so I'm sure Liam Neeson.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. I've seen Eraser a couple times. Yeah. It is my guy Chuck Russell, who I think is a pretty solid little director because he directed Dream Warriors and the Blob remake, which I like, and then he did this movie. And like Eraser's all right, yeah, for what it is. Like, is it like the greatest Schwarzenegger movie? No, but it's fun for what it is. So I'll say Eraser.
Yeah. I think I've seen Eraser. I can't remember. Is this one where he loses his memory and he's trying to
Vanessa Williams?
No, that's Total Recall.
Vanessa Williams.
Oh, okay.
He erases your old life.
He's got those crazy like laser guns almost that they're fighting with, and yeah, he's fighting. It has the scene with the alligators where he says your luggage when he shoots the alligator.
I actually think that I haven't seen it then because none of that sounds familiar, And I've never seen Before and After either, and I'm way more likely to see Eraser, so I'll vote for Eraser.
Well, it's Arnold. Why would he sell injuries? He gets like nails in the hand, and he just pulls them out and just keeps going. Yeah, it's Arnold. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He jumped out of the plane without a parachute, and
he's barely, he's
it's got some ridiculous scenes, but it's fun.
All right, Zach.
Of these two plots and the posters, Eraser wins in both. So Eraser for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought it's really good. I think Eraser's a really good movie. I mean, Vanessa Williams is great in it. I mean, his idea is to, kill her old life and keep her safe, or whatever. Everybody that he does that for. And then it turns out he's double crossed and all that stuff. But I thought it's a pretty good movie. I think it's worth it. I have never even heard of this Meryl Streep Liam Neeson deal, so I don't know. I'd have to check that out. I didn't even know they had a movie together. That's weird. I don't know that. Okay.
Did they once date or like am I just like remembering that wrong? I thought those two.
I don't think she did. No, she was engaged to somebody that died, and it was a long story.
Okay. Because Meryl Streep's now dating Martin Short of all people. That is weird. But
they've denied that, but it's still a rumor. But
she's married.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Weird. I don't know, but I've heard weird things. But Steven, what do you say?
Do you think? No, he's funny.
Before and After is a movie that should have been better than it was because it's a great premise because their son is accused of murder and how they each react is in different ways is interesting, and Liam Neeson is just doing whatever he can to destroy whatever evidence there is on his son. I don't remember how it ends though. I don't remember. Did he actually commit the?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
but
I don't think any of us have seen it, but you.
Yeah.
Or the moviespoiler.com.
It's. I don't remember. I remember it being not as good as it should have been, and especially with that cast. But Eraser is a fun Arnold movie, and you've got James Caan playing the bad guy, always cool. So Eraser.
He's a great bad guy. Yeah.
All right, so that's the one side. So we'll jump to the other side and see what else moves on. I'm sure a couple of heartbreakers for Caro in the comments, like the bound and whatnot. He's trying to jump into the stream, so help out. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, we got The Crucible. Speaking of, I think Liam Neeson's is he in that movie too? I think.
No, that's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's right, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, and we got Train Spotting with Ewan McGregor. So Jordan.
Yeah, so Crucible is the movie that we read the book in high school, and they showed us this movie, and it has nudity in it, and like when that scene happened, we're like, whoa! And, like, it's very brief, but it's just like for high schoolers, we're just all giggling. And
best movie you ever saw, in high school?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, the movie's okay. I mean, like I think it's kind of a little old timey for me. I don't know, but never seen Train Spotting. But I've heard really good things about it, and they did make a T2 that was like not that T2, but
The other T2.
sequel to this, yeah. And so yeah, it is one I want to watch if it can make the championship. So I'll vote for Train Spotting. But Zach.
Yeah, so I've only seen one of these movies, and that was The Crucible, also in high school. Haven't seen Train Spotting, but I've also heard how good it is. But I'm gonna vote for The Crucible because I have seen it.
Yeah. Maria.
Train Spotting is a much better movie, I think. Crucible, it's heavy. I'm not into that, but the Train Spotting one is kind of touching and yet also kind of scary, and the things they do and the way they do things. I said it backwards. I knew what I meant, but anyway.
Yeah.
Train Spotting. Let's stop. All right. I couldn't get.
But I love Robert Carlyle though, so if he's in it, I'll watch him.
He's good. He's good.
So yeah. But Steven.
Excuse me.
I saw Train Spotting near the time around, not when it was in theaters, but after, when it came out, either pay-per-view or VHS or whatever. And I remember not being a big fan, but that was so many years ago. I should probably give the movie a rewatch. The Crucible though is really good, I think. So I'll go with the Crucible.
Yeah. Awesome.
Train Spotting is the other movie I watched for this because I've been meaning to see it for a long time. So it finally came up. Yeah, it was on Paramount Plus. I will say, Jordan, if you watch it, make sure you put the subtitles on. It's very heavy Scottish and British Cockney stuff. It's very heavy.
I've been doing that a lot, like recently too.
So it's very, it's similar like Guy
Down.
Yeah, it's similar to like a Guy Ritchie thing. Like it's very heavy, like authentic, but it's very good. Ewan McGregor is kind of like he's like on heroin, then he's off heroin, then he's like on heroin again, then he goes cold turkey and has crazy hallucinations, and it's him and his degenerate buddies like running around, always like stealing stuff, and like he's trying to get clean, but they keep coming into his life. Like it's really really good. Yeah, and like it's not necessarily like a plot heavy movie. It's more just like a character study of this group of people. But it's very very good and has maybe one of the most disgusting bathroom scenes I've ever seen near the beginning of the movie. It's pretty gross.
Oh,
really? So, but it's very, very good. I'm glad I saw it. So I'll go Train Spotting. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
That one actually is in the Criterion Collection. I think that's legit. So, First Wives Club and the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Where did they get that? First Wives.
Pass on this one. Big fat pass. Yeah.
So I haven't seen either, but I have been told to watch one of these because it's like it could be just like a fun movie, and that's maybe not. It's fun, but like Island of Dr. Moreau, I have been told to watch. Just
I was gonna say
it's fucking insane. Go watch it. It's nuts.
Again, I want to try to watch more Val Kilmer movies, and he's in it, so I'll go for that one.
Yeah. Maria.
I have seen both of those. I wouldn't watch that First Wives Club again. If somebody put a gun to my head, I'd say no. So I'll go with Hammon and Dr. Moreau, as strange as that sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather crazy stuff than a bunch of women bitching about everything.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
Man, I don't know which one to go with because I don't like either of these movies at all.
Nope.
I guess the First Wives Club, I remember, has some decent actors. I mean, Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando are normally good, but just not in that movie. So I guess I'll go with the First Wives Club. I guess.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I think First Wives Club falls into that category that I heard dubbed recently for these types of movies. They call them geezer pleasers, which are like 80 for Brady and the book club and like all these it's catered to a certain audience. Like, I'm sure my mom likes the First Wives Club, but it's not my movie. But yeah, again, I love batshit like crazy bad movies, and The Island of Dr. Moreau from the 90s is one of those. The story behind the movie is just as crazy. They've been like documentaries about like this movie and how nuts it was with, again, another bizarre Marlon Brando performance where he's just doing whatever he wants and they have to try to work around it. And and him and Val Kilmer clashing and fights on set and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, the movie's bizarre. It's insane. But I would watch it any day over First Wives Club.
Yeah, so I've seen the First Wives Club. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm as Maria here. You couldn't get me to rewatch it if you put a gun to my head. Yeah, but that The Island of Dr. Moreau looks like it has a bonkers cast though. Like it's just like
everybody's in it. Everybody's in it.
Yeah. Then it's like David Thewlis. There's like an albino looking guy who I have no idea what that person is. Then you have Ron Perlman in there. You got Mark Dacascos, who was in like the John Wick movies. You have Neil Young in there for some reason.
Tamura Morrison.
Yeah, just like what the frick? It's just weird. So I'd probably see it out of like morbid curiosity. So sure, I'll go to the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, you don't need to, but if it ever was on, like, and just interesting behind the scenes stuff, it'd be something. So,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go down to Barbed Wire. Speaking of great entertainment, great cinema achievements.
Wow.
Does this mean that
oh my God! Versus LA Confidential, holding over 97. Oh yeah, get the fuck out of here. That's LA Confidential.
LA Confidential.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you imagine if that meant the next round would be Barbed Wire versus Dr.
Moreau?
Dr.
I know.
Moreau,
I think it's facing whatever was up again. Okay, it's facing Trainspotting. I'm fine with that. Yeah, and Jordan, maybe you'd be able to watch Trainspotting before Friday. It's pretty. It's good. But yeah, no. Barbed Wire is, again, it's a guilty pleasure, fun, bad movie. But yeah, come on, man. LA Confidential.
I don't even think it's that. But...
No, I think it's all right. Like for what it is. Again, it's crazy and it's insane.
Yeah,
no, LA Confidential is great. One Fine Day with George Clooney, and From Dusk Till Dawn with also George Clooney.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah. So two very different George Clooney performances. But Maria,
oh my God, I love One Fine Day. I haven't seen it but a few times, but it's really good. They hate each other. There's some sort of journalistic or something going on between the two of them that would hate each other for some reason, but they end up at the same day having the same problems, and they have to share a cab because their kids have to go somewhere, and it ends up at the end of the day that they really, really like each other, and it's really funny. I think it's cute. Dust to Dawn, though, again, what are you gonna do with that? That's the better movie. I mean, as far as like the way it was written and everything, but I like One Fine Day better, so I'm gonna say that, even though I know it's unpopular.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
One Fine Day is a cute little rom-com, but I also remember thinking, wait, it ends like that? kind of ending.
Well, you gotta use your imagination, Steven. Come on.
It's just, I guess, because it's called One Fine Day and it just ends at the end of the day, that it's, I don't know. I think it could have been more memorable, even though I do love the chemistry between Clooney and Pfeiffer. But From Dusk Till Dawn is a lot of fun, so I'll go with From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Blood.
Yeah. Vampires.
Yeah.
Austin?
No, come on. A cheesy rom-com versus a fucking half crime, half vampire action movie. No, I'm gonna choose From Dusk Till Dawn, and like all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Like From Dusk Till Dawn rules. That movie's awesome. It actually has a halfway decent, Tarantino performance playing like a creep, in it. But I think it's one of George Clooney's best roles. Like I think he's a badass. Seth Gecko, like he's legitimately, you buy him. And this is why, like, if I had seen From Dusk Till Dawn in '96 and they said that dude was gonna be Batman, I'd be like, yeah, he was awesome From Dusk Till Dawn. Like they could be Batman, and then like it just didn't work out that way. But I mean, I could see this movie and then go like, hell yeah, like that guy was awesome. So yeah, it rules. It's got my boy Fred the Hammer Williams in it later in the movie. He shows up along with the original gangsters. So no, I love it, man. From Dusk Till Dawn all day.
Yeah. So I've never seen One Fine Day, but Maybe one day I'll sit down with my mom and watch it. I don't know. Maybe another mom movie, but from Dusk Till Dawn, like everyone in that movie is doing something awesome. Like even the character actors. Like it's the one movie where I actually really like Quentin Tarantino's acting in it. Like I think that he's a lot of fun. And then like there's everyone from like Selma Hayek to like Danny Trejo, Juliette Lewis, Fred Williamson. Yeah, he's awesome in it.
Cheech Marin playing 3 roles in it.
Yeah, Cheech Marin. Yeah, they're just all doing. Like even Jake Busey shows up for a minute. Like they're all just like doing something fun, and like it's just awesome. Like this movie is like might someday creep my way. I don't know if it'll make my top 64, but maybe a 128 someday. So yeah, but yeah, I'll go from Dusk Till Dawn. That movie's awesome. So yeah, Zach.
Yeah, so From Dusk Till Dawn is one of the Quentin Tarantino movies that I have not seen. It's very few, very small list. But I am more likely to see that than One Fine Day. So From Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But if you don't know very much about it, I would suggest going in that movie knowing as little as possible because it's fun that way.
Yeah. We have Broken Arrow and The Frighteners. So it's kind of a tricky match. All right, Steven.
I'll go with The Frighteners is okay, but I remember rewatching it not that long ago and thinking it's not as good as I remember it being. But Broken Arrow, it's another fun action movie from John Woo, and Travolta just, giving a really fun scenery chewing performance. And Howie Long is also fun in the movie too.
Oh wow. Nice. You don't hear that very often. Yeah. But
well, he did like another movie in the 90s that was not.
He did Firestorm, his leading role, which is not a good movie.
Yeah. but he's fun as a supporting
character.
Yeah.
So you could almost say what Steven said, but reverse it. I think Broken Arrow is okay. I remember it not holding up as well, like when I watched it again recently, and being a little like, the performances are good, but I remember the movie itself being like, okay. I love The Frighteners. I think The Frighteners is really underrated. The special effects, I like the style that it puts down. I love Peter Jackson doing horror. Again, a great stacked cast like all throughout it, and it works. And I think it's one of the Michael J. Fox's like better little roles and stuff. So I dig The Frighteners, man. I'll give it to that.
Yeah. So I've never seen Broken Arrow. That's just a blind spot. But The Frighteners, yeah, it's another Jake Busey one. And you know me, I'm a huge Michael J. Fox fan, and then I love seeing like just these different character actors that pop up. You got John Astin, who was in the original The Addams Family, and then like Jeffrey Combs and Dee Wallace and stuff. So it's fun. Like it's a cool story. The effects are fun. Like even Arlie Ermey, he shows up as like the ghost that's like screaming at him.
He's
like,
basically playing a ghost version
sergeant.
of his Full Metal Jacket drill sergeant if he died and then was still like doing his character essentially.
yeah, right. So yeah, I like to think that like if there's a heaven, the Arlie Ermey's up there doing that. so yeah, so I'll go with The Frighteners. But Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so this is an interesting matchup. I haven't seen The Frighteners, but based on everything that people have said, I want to try to watch it maybe for Halloween this year. And Broken Arrow, I checked out from my local library and just didn't get to it, but I'm actually going to watch it on Friday after the championship. So because I'm going to give slight edge to Broken Arrow just because it's the one I'm about to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Maria.
Well, I've seen Broken Arrow. It's about John Travolta's the bad guy. That count?
Yeah.
And The Frighteners is excellent. I mean, I thought it was really good. So I'm going to vote for The Frighteners.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Frighteners.
Good early Peter Jackson.
Yep.
Really?
All right. Got the sleepers. and Swingers, Sleepers and Swingers.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Swingers and Sleepers.
You couldn't have timed that any better.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on me. I still haven't seen Sleepers. It's one I need to get to. I know it comes up occasionally on here, and the cast looks good. But yeah, Swingers is kind of again an early like pivotal role for Vince Vaughn and whatnot, and it's a fun movie. So I'll go Swingers because I've seen it.
Yeah. I've actually never seen Swingers, so that's one that I want to see. But I have seen Sleepers though. So yeah, Sleepers. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. You got Kevin Bacon in there. You got Minnie Driver, Robert De Niro in there. It's a good little Barry Levinson movie. Brad Pitt also. But yeah, and I have a lot of fun with it. I just saw it recently. Well, I mean, recently within it's like about 6 months ago. But yeah, and it's good. So I'll go Sleepers. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah. So another matchup of two that I haven't seen. I've heard of both of them. Swingers is higher on my list though, so Swingers.
Yeah. Maria.
I think I'd go with Sleepers because it's more people I know, and I haven't seen Swingers, so I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. A fun little one about some hitman. Yeah. But Steven.
Haven't seen Swingers, and I think Sleepers is one of the best movies of '96. So I'll go with Sleepers.
Yeah.
All right. Sleepers moves on. We got Daylight with Stallone and Harriet the Spy. So
that's a kid one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Michelle
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Jordan.
I've never seen Harriet the Spy. I think it was like just I don't know so it was around my time kind of when I was watching Nickelodeon, but I just never watched this movie. But I think Daylight is a lot of fun. Just them like trapped in this tunnel when it caves in. Sylvester Stallone and them just trying to escape. It's a fun little almost like disaster movie because I don't know if it's like an earthquake that caves it in or like what it is. Something.
That's an explosion.
Explosion, yeah.
It's just an explosion, in a tunnel, and then it caves in, and they're kind of stuck in there.
Yeah, so it's fun, kind of like maybe more like a survival movie of sorts. So yeah, I'll go with Daylight. But Zach, what do you say?
I'm also going to go with Daylight because I looked at the plot because it's one I hadn't seen, but it sounds interesting and one I definitely want to check out. So Daylight.
Yeah. Maria.
I'm going to go Daylight too. I haven't seen Harriet, didn't know what it was. I thought you could tell. But Daylight's not bad. I like Sylvester in those kind of roles in that time period.
Yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg went on to have an okay career, and nothing great. But
yeah.
Steven, what do you think?
I'm having a hard time remembering if I saw Harriet the Spy or not. I mean, I know my sister likes that movie, but I can't remember if I actually saw it or not.
You gotta represent. Should let you have it.
But no, I'm not going to vote against Daylight. I love Daylight, and that explosion scene is awesome. Also, the scene when Stallone has to break into the tunnel is a great sequence. So yeah, an early role for Viggo Mortensen.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So yeah, I'm going with Daylight.
Yeah,
I forgot him. Oh man.
Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I've seen Harriet the Spy actually a lot. Like that was one that came on again cable a lot, and I saw it quite a few times. So that one's burned into my brain. And it's one of the better like Nickelodeon movies. Just her trying to be this writer, and her interacting with all these different wacky friends that she has and whatnot. It's decent for what it is. But yeah, I also love a good kind of disaster survival movie, and I think Daylight's kind of underrated. Yeah, it's a good little gem from the '90s. So I'll go with Daylight also. So
yeah, the one thing I remember about Harriet the Spy is that this is when Rosie O'Donnell had a talk show, and so she kept talking about Harriet the Spy and shooting those little koosh balls into the audience, like Nickelodeon koosh balls. It's like okay.
Star Trek: First Contact and Face Off. Yeah,
painful.
Yeah, right. Zach.
Wow.
This is actually an easy one for me. I haven't seen every Star Trek movie, but I did see Face Off for the first time last year, and I really liked it. So I'm going to go with Face Off.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. It's just fun.
Yeah, right. Maria.
Yeah, I'll take Face Off too.
We're talking about Face Off 1.
Yeah.
Face Off 2.
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
Face Off also.
I was gonna say I think
They
they're making
might
it. Yeah, maybe. It seems like they've been talking about that for like 10
I mean, it's
years.
such a crazy premise. It's just insane.
I'll believe it when I see it. But
yeah, right. But
Steven.
That's Steven, yeah.
Well, I love both of these movies so much, but so I'll go with the actual 1996 movie, Star Trek: First Contact. My second favorite.
Yeah.
Movie
So
ever.
your reaction could have been like this, Steven.
What a predicament!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a predicament for me.
So
we need another clip from First Contact. Like the line must be drawn here.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that's
Need
my
that.
underline.
that's his underline thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is Face Off is good, but yeah, again, if it's going up against a really good 96 movie, I'll go with 96. And yeah, Star Trek First Contact is one of the best ones. 96, yeah, it's my favorite Star Trek movie. I think this movie rocks, and it's the closest thing we got into like a Star Trek horror movie, because I think there's some sequences that Jonathan Frakes almost directs like a horror movie, which are awesome. Some of the Borg sequences are really good, and yeah, great performances all around. I just think it's kind of, this is like peak like Next Generation for me, and I'm a Next Gen guy, so I'll go First Contact.
Yeah, there's another one where it's like every Star Trek movie they're gonna lose the Enterprise, and then that happens in like a lot of movies. But, so that's like part of it, yeah. But I mean, yeah, like I'm a huge fan of First Contact, yeah, because he's like, "Oh, not sacrifice the Enterprise," yeah. But yeah, this one's really good because they actually go to Earth. James Cromwell is giving a great performance.
Is that from Cochrane or something, right?
Yeah, and like they're just little lines that just kind of get me, that like as a Star Trek like nerd or just like movie nerd, like he's like, man, I gotta take a leak, and then like Geordi LaForge is like, I'm not detecting any leaks. What's going on? But and like after Woodard's pretty great interacting with like Picard and all that, and like there's some really cool shots too. That the whole scene when they have to go on the outside of the Enterprise, and you see like Worf there, and then that goes upside down, and you see all that. Like it's really cool. Like it's shot really well too, and like the stuff in like the Borg cube and all that is it's like pretty terrifying with the Queen and everything. So yeah, I'll go Star Trek First Contact.
Technically, Jordan, there's no upside down in space, so really there is no right side up, upside down in space. Right. But no, I get what you mean. No, I totally understand. Just
facing some direction.
It's just funny. It's like, yeah, in space, technically there's no upside down, so you can flip the ship around and it wouldn't make any difference.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, we'll go First Contact rolls on for this one. All right, another Demi Moore movie. It's The Jury. The Juror, I believe, is Le Jury.
Okay.
Yeah, he pulled like the French poster or something, but it's The Juror. And The Fan with De Niro and Wesley Snipes. Maria?
I wonder if the Jury one is that a French?
No. It's just
adaptation?
The Juror. He just pulled the.
Okay, is that the one where she's sexually harassing somebody?
I think
no, that's a business thing. She's a lawyer in that one. Okay, never mind. Okay.
I don't know, but I think both these aren't great. So
yeah, I don't know about either one of these. I guess I'll pick that one because I don't know the other one at all. So yeah, Le Jury or whatever it is.
The Juror.
Juror, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
See, I'm having I'm having trouble remembering if I ever saw The Juror.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I did or not. But even if I did, I don't remember anything of it. So The Fan's not great, but it's fun watching Robert De Niro play a psychotic fan. So I'll go with The Fan.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, The Fan's not like the greatest movie, but it's still Tony Scott, and like it moves, quickly and is stylish, and and I don't mind like the performances and stuff, and yeah, it was one of those ones I saw on cable a lot. It's a perfectly fine cable watch on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? It'll pass the time. Is it the greatest movie? No, but I've seen it. I have not seen The Juror, but The Juror sounds interesting. It's like the mob wanting a lady to like pressure everybody else to vote not guilty, under threats and stuff. So I mean, it sounds like it'd be a movie up my alley, but I've seen The Fan, so I'll go with it.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips from The Fan. I've never seen it all, but I know there's like Bobby Rayburn and it's like the Robert De Niro obsessed with him and all that but and The Juror I haven't seen, but the cast is like another stacked cast. So Demi Moore, Alec Baldwin, James Gandolfini, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, probably like pretty young in that, but and then Anne Heche, which is just a little side note. If you're morbidly, there's the video someone told me about where it's the crash when Anne Heche died. They put her in the body bag, zip it up, and then she gets out and stands up, and tries to come out of the body bag, and like she didn't die till she got to the hospital. That's really like disturbing. But but anyways, that's a side tangent. But I'm gonna go with The Fan. But Zach.
Yeah, after reading both plots, I liked the Juror plot a little bit more, but both sound good. But I would vote for the Juror.
Yeah.
By the way, it was a burn bag, not a body bag. She wasn't dead yet, so that's a misconception. It was a burn bag.
Because like from the video, it makes it think like she's dead, and then she's like trying to.
No, it was a burn bag because she had severe burns they were treating her with. So there's a difference. Wow. Yeah, but people ran with this thing that she rose from a body, which is not true. So she succumbed to her injuries later. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, The Fan was on. All right, going to James and the Giant Peach, and Austin Powers holding over from '97 as well. So Steven.
I'm not usually a big fan of stop motion animation, but I do remember quite enjoying James and the Giant Peach. But that being said, I know I'm going against my '96 thing with this one, but I'm going to go with Austin Powers.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, again, I'm with you, Steve. Like, I'll go for the '96 one if it's one I'm passionate about, like Star Trek or whatever. But like James and I Peach is okay. I'm not super passionate about it. I saw it a bunch again growing up because it came on TV a lot, so I've seen it plenty of times. It's okay for it. It does have my boy Pete Postlethwaite, like kind of in the beginning as like the magical guy who like shows up for a minute. But I'll go with Austin Powers because it's a better movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I also saw James and the Giant Peach quite a bit. I read a whole bunch of Roald Dahl books when I was a kid and stuff. And another one with a creepy ant in it. But actually maybe two ants in it. But yeah, it's got to be Austin Powers. Yeah, that movie's really good, really funny. One of the like better kind of like parody movies of sorts, So yeah, I'll go Austin Powers. But Zach, what do you see?
Yeah, so I've seen both. I thought James and the Giant Peach was good from what I remember, but Austin Powers is just so much fun. So I'm going to go with Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh, whoop-de-doo, Basil. That's what me and my buddy Doug would always say from Austin Powers. Whoop-de-doo. But Maria.
Austin Powers, for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now Austin Powers moves on. We got Happy Gilmore and Dragonheart. So no, this is an interesting one. It's on me. It's been a while since I watched Dragonheart, but that's another one that used to come on a lot. And I remember the score is great. Yeah, the Sean Connery voice performance is pretty good. It's a really good like '96 movie. I'm tempted to go with it just because we see Happy Gilmore a lot, and I almost want to like champion these kind of movies we don't see as much. So I'm gonna go Dragonheart. It's a solid movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Dragonheart's really good. Like I like like even like the first 3 Dragonheart movies. There's like a whole bunch of sequels. So and a lot of it has to do with the score. It's just so good that they keep reusing it over and over because it just gives it so much heart to it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm a diehard Adam Sandler fan. Happy Gilmore rules. Yeah, like it's just really good. Like, you will not sink that putt, you jackass. Or just so many quotable lines. Tap it in. Just give it a little tappy. Tap-a-roo. So I mean, we've talked about it to death on these channel, and even got invited onto Kyle Curtis Flitt's channel. He wants to do a top 10 Adam Sandler, and that's fine. I'm down to talk Adam Sandler any day of the week. So yeah, I'll go Happy Gilmore. Especially the Criterion one, right?
Yeah.
Not, but Zach.
Yes, I remember liking Dragonheart. Again, it's been a while, but Happy Gilmore is a top 15 movie for me and my number 1 movie of 1996. So I'm going with that one. And also, you can't forget about Shooter McGavin, one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best movie villains. So Happy Gilmore.
Yep. Maria.
Absolutely nothing that he said, but my own feelings are I love Happy Gilmore, so yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know where he's going with that, but okay.
Yeah, sure. And Steven.
I love the score to Dragonheart, but I don't think I ever saw the movie, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of cave scenes.
But I mean, Sean Connery playing the voicing, the dragon, and Dennis Quaid as the Dragon Slayer. I mean, it's probably going to be it's probably a fun movie. I look forward to seeing it eventually. I'm not as big into Adam Sandler as a lot of you guys are, but Happy Gilmore is actually one of the ones that I actually did quite enjoy. So I'll go with Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Yeah.
Dragonheart's one of those ones that they then use the score in a lot of movie trailers after it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which we talked about the other night because I played a trailer for Matilda after
They use it in there.
they don't use it in that. They just use. I'm just saying as an example, the Matilda trailer used music from Hook and Before Christmas. It just ripped off like other scores for the trailer.
When we did our favorite trailers, one of the trailers I chose was 7 Years in Tibet, which uses the Dragonheart music.
Yeah.
That one does.
Yeah, they just did that a lot in the 90s. We're just going to use this other movie's music for our music in the trailer. Yeah, it was odd. All right, we got Set It Off and Up Close and Personal.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Jordan, have fun.
Yeah. Every time it gets to me, it's like 2 movies I haven't seen, and I don't really care about either one of them. So I'll just go Up Close and Personal because there's like a 5% chance I'd watch that one first. Sure. Zach.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Even looking at the plots, it's like neither of these sound all that interesting.
No.
Going to Up Close and Personal. Why not? Just
okay.
But it's like the third Michelle Pfeiffer movie from '96. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I've seen both of them. Set It Off, the bank robbery, and Up Close and Personal. And let me tell you about this. Is a story of a reporter, or she wants to be an on-air talent. They put her as a weather girl. Robert Redford is the guy that can make her, be on actual TV, and he does so, and they fall in love. Blah blah blah. They get together for 30 seconds. He goes out to Guyana or somewhere like that, and gets waxed by the end of the film. But you're just like, are you kidding me right now? Because that's all pain day. That's one you have to watch because you cry your eyes out the end. So anyway, I just spoiled it. It's only like 40 years old now.
Well, good. Now I don't have to watch it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
it's good.
It's. I used to watch it because it's charming, but I mean, and their love story is fine, but it's just like, what? Why does Robert Redford have to do something stupid in every movie that makes him a bad guy at the end? I can't stand it. Anyhow, I'm not going to vote for it. I'm going to vote for Set It Off because I thought Queen Latifah was excellent in that movie, and yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Queen Latifah always surprises me because when I see her, like in a movie cast, I'll be like, Queen Latifah, and I'll be like, well, actually, she's pretty good in that.
Yeah.
So, but Steven.
I haven't seen either of these. Set It Off looks like it's probably would be more my bag. Even though I do love Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert Redford, but Set It Off just sounds more interesting to me. So Set It Off.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm the same. I haven't seen either, but Set It Off about a bank robbery or a heist sounds way more up my alley. So we'll go with Set It Off.
Sure.
All right. All right. So with that on, we got Stephen King, The Thinner, and we got Multiplicity.
Wow.
So Zach.
Oh, this fun matchup. I've seen one of these movies in anticipation for this, and that was Multiplicity, and I was not a fan of it at all. I wanted to like it. Was not a fan. The other I really haven't heard of. So by default, I'm just going to give it to Multiplicity just because I've seen it.
Yeah. Maria.
Thinner, I think. I don't like Multiplicity either. Stephen King, even though it might not be my favorite, it's not the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah, sure. Steven.
Thinner is kind of a cool premise, but it's not very good. I love Multiplicity. I think it's hilarious, and it's one of my favorite Michael Keaton performances, or maybe I should say performances.
Yeah, performances. Yeah. Austin.
It's been ages since I've seen Multiplicity, but I remember it being kind of annoying after a while. It just gets grating on me after about 45 minutes. And Thinner, yeah, it's not great either. It feels more like a TV movie that accidentally got into the theaters, like one of those TV Stephen King adaptations, because it's very like low budget and Robert John Burke's prosthetics look ridiculous early in the movie as like the super fat guy, the replacement RoboCop, by the way. So it's not great, but I've seen it a couple of times, so I'll give it to Thinner.
Yeah, I've never seen Thinner, or maybe I've seen bits on TV or something like that, but I have seen Multiplicity. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think Michael Keaton just hamming it up, having a great time. Just every time that there's a clone, the clone gets dumber and dumber. To where he's like, Steve, did you bring me a monkey? Or like just saying weird off the wall stuff, and like just like, I mean, it's all right. Like one that my buddy Doug would always put on. Like he turned me on to a lot of different like stuff. And yeah, I think that's fun enough. So
it looks fake. It just looks bad.
Yeah.
It just looks very unnatural when he's limping around.
It looks like
weird.
it just reminds me of like a Lifetime movie in the beginning of it, and then
it's very corny in the beginning. Very corny.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go with Multiplicity.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
And Robert John Burke is in another movie that isn't in this tournament from this year. Fled.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
Got Executive Decision, the other Kurt Russell, and Striptease, like our fourth Demi Moore movie. So,
yeah, right.
She was working a lot.
Yeah.
I love Executive Decision. I've watched that movie 1,000 times. I could probably quote it. John Leguizamo's been there. You have Halle Berry being a stewardess. And it's Steven Seagal gets waxed. I call it waxed, killed in the the first 10 minutes of the thing, and that's always a good time. Yeah. So I know I love that movie. But Demi Moore's not bad in that Striptease movie. That's not that. I'm not giving her any negatives because she's good, but I just love Executive Decision. Kurt Russell movie, that's my favorite one of all time.
Yeah, sounds good. Steven, what do you say?
I think we're like 35 minutes into it, not 45.
Yeah.
Or not 10, and more than 10. I haven't seen Striptease, but I always thought it kind of looked kind of funny from the trailers, even though I know the critics trashed it. But yeah, I think I like Executive Decision a lot. So
it was 35 minutes he got killed?
Yeah, it's like around 30. The 30.
Yeah, Leo in the comments said it's like 45. It's something like that. Like it's basically his death is kind of the end of the first act, essentially.
Yeah.
And then we're jumping into the
Exactly.
second
Yeah,
act.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Because it's right as
I
they get on the
underestimated it.
plane, and then the second act, then
Yeah.
it kind of starts and like
He's
yeah, it's
kind of
basically
standing in the
first
middle
act.
and
Yeah, he gets sucked
Hi.
out. Like it's great.
He was very forgettable in that movie.
Yeah.
So.
yeah,
Actually, I quite liked him in that. It's kind of funny.
subdued
that-
for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That when he dies is actually one of his better performances.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with executive decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Austin.
I was gonna say performance-wise, he's not bad in some of the early scenes where they're doing the planning and stuff. Like, I think it's because the direction, like, and he's given competent lines to say, and like they keep him, from being like super silly, and they set him up as like, oh, he's gonna be the badass that goes in and like, yeah, helps out, and then because he was uncredited in the movie too, and then he gets killed, and it's like, oh, there he goes. It's great, but no, it works. I mean, it's Kurt Russell's Die Hard movie. Everybody had a Die Hard movie in the '90s, and it's his. So, but it's one of the good ones. So yeah, I'll give it to executive decision. Striptease is fine. It's another bad movie, but like a fun bad movie for what it is. Burt Reynolds is funny in it. So
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Striptease isn't great. I remember like watching as a teenager, hoping for a lot of nudity, and there's less than I really even thought there would be. And yeah. Executive Decision is a lot of fun. I mean, I don't love Steven Seagal, so I'm glad when his character dies, and Kurt Russell's great in it. Even has Marla Maples, who was once married to Donald Trump in the 90s.
I know.
So yeah. So, but yeah, I'll give it to Executive Decision. Yeah.
All right. Zach?
Yeah, so Executive Decision was another one that I had watched since the beginning of the year for this tournament, and I watched it last month, and I really enjoyed it. And again, I'm a Kurt Russell fan, so Executive Decision.
All right.
Yep.
Executive Decision, one of Stuart Baird's 3 movies. He also did Star Trek Nemesis. He directed a Star Trek movie. So there you go.
Yeah.
Which is not a great Trek movie.
Apparently, Judge Jordy was an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Titanic holding over from 97 versus Dunstan checks in.
Oh no.
Automatically does.
Titanic has to move on.
Where's Richie when I need
Damn
him with his love of Dunstan checks in?
Yeah, that movie is horrible.
So are we voting or?
Yeah, Titanic moves on. Yeah.
No. Even I'll go with Titanic, but I will say, as the kid from the Santa Claus in it, Eric Lloyd, and he was just on an episode of The Floor that I watched. One of the contestants that competed in The Floor with Rob Lowe.
Hot lava thing?
Yeah. No.
I pretend to hot lava. It's like the hot lava game when you're a kid.
No, you're thinking of Don't Touch the Floor. But this one has Rob Lowe, and they're like naming stuff.
Like
I haven't seen that. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not bad. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's actually really good. It's kind of my like little autistic thing where I can sit there and name stuff off a list before the other contestants do.
Oh wow! I'll have to check it out. I'll talk to you later about it.
Yeah.
It's on Fox. All right, so we got Biodome, which is definitely not in the Criterion Collection. Versus Space Jam, which we saw in our comedy thing the other night. So
yeah.
Steven.
I don't love Space Jam, but I will definitely watch it over Biodome, which I think is, it's Pauly Shore. Me not see.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that context.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm laughing real quick. If you go to IMDb, you know how it has the IMDb score and then the Metacritic score on the right, like the red or yellow or green thing? Biodome has a 1 Metascore out of 100. 1.
Wow.
I've never seen this thing have a 1 Metacritic.
Honestly, probably one too many.
I've just never seen one have a 1. It's always like a 10 or a 20. It's 1. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's hilarious.
Even a 1 it sounds.
Yeah. But no, I'll go Space Jam. Again, it's a nostalgia thing. I saw it many times growing up. Sure.
Yeah, I think that the Space Jam rules, especially for someone who's like a fan of basketball and especially the 90s. I could name you. You just show me the face of a player, and I'll tell you who it is. But it's as a fun combination of the Looney Tunes because they keep the basketball players like real life players. They don't suck them into some kind of Matrix shit like they do with the sequel to it and make them all cartoons. And then they don't even use like the best the Warner Brothers characters. They have all the DC characters floating around in the sequel, but they don't get them to play basketball. They're like nah, we won't go Superman or Batman or any of these guys. We'll
That's
just go
one of
with
the dumbest character decisions
Looney
ever.
Tunes.
Yeah, LeBron James actually goes, "Hey, I have access to any Warner Brothers. Well, I'll get Superman and King Kong and Godzilla,
Yeah,
and,
Godzilla,
and the Flash.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that's a good idea." And then the Looney Tunes somehow go, "No, you should use us instead of these superpowered beings." Which
it's like what?
That's really dumb. No, let me use Superman on my team. That would be a good idea.
But yeah, there's a random quote that me and my sibling always quote from Space Jam where like all the Looney Tunes are watching like a Richard Simmons video and they're like, "You're doing it, you're being mighty." So we'll like tell each other that, like, "Hey, you're doing it, you're being mighty." So but yeah, I'm gonna go with Space Jam. I think Biodome is okay because I have like nostalgia for Pauly Shore and I've met him and he's cool in person. But I'll go with Space Jam. But Zach,
I had a feeling this was going to be the matchup that was going to happen. Biodome was actually one that I watched for this. I watched it yesterday. And I will say it's ridiculous, but it's not horrible in my opinion. It's
a one.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't have it's not a bad story. I think there's some unique characters. Both of the two main guys are unique characters, and there's some fun elements in it. But again, it's going up against Space Jam. Why can't it go up against Dunstan Checks In? But Space Jam is going to win. I would have voted for it if it was up against Dunstan Checks In.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Maria.
Space Jam all the way.
Space Jam. All right. Okay. Space Jam. All right.
The best
there we go.
soundtrack.
We are done. There we go. So nice. All right. We are done and we are hitting to the speed round. So let's do the speed round and we'll see what makes the Sweet 16.
But first, you gotta get speed. Demon speed. Speed's what we need. We need greasy, fast speed.
All right. So we
need a spit shine
Thanks,
like
Mickey.
from Space Jam. Spit shine.
Mickey telling us what we need to do. All right, so how it's going to work out, you guys know how it works. The speed round, just give me those quick votes and just give me 1 second as we move along to jot down the Sweet 16 so I can send it to Malcolm so he can make our half bracket for Friday. So, and yeah, those movies will all survive till Friday, and then we'll see what wins part 2. So that's how it's going to roll. So it's on me first. We got D3 and That Thing You Do. I'll go That Thing You Do. Jordan?
I'll go D3.
D3, Zach?
How's that?
That Thing You Do.
Okay. And Maria?
That Thing You Do.
And Steven?
That Thing You Do.
That Thing You Do. Okay. Moves on. All right. Jot that down. And here we go. Okay. That Thing You Do. All right. Going down to Bordello of Blood and Joe's Apartment. So it's going to make it. I know Carol's going to be one of those guys that's like, one of these is going to make it, but not bound. So, yeah. Jordan?
I'll go Bordello of Blood.
Okay.
Zach?
Joe's Apartment.
Maria?
Maria.
Oh, God. Joe's Apartment, I guess.
Joe's Apartment. Okay, Steven?
Joe's Apartment.
And I would have got Bordello of Blood, but it's fine. All right, so Joe's Apartment makes it, but not some of these other movies. All right, so anybody wants to borrow my Blu-ray, you can watch it for Friday. I'll ship it to you. Okay, Joe's Apartment. All right, got Twister and A Time to Kill. Zach?
Twister.
Maria?
Twister.
Steven?
A Time to Kill.
And I'll go Twister.
It's I gotta be Twister. It's the game that ties you up in knots. From the Weird Al song.
Twister. All right, Twister moves
From
on.
MB.
Sling Blade and Beavis and Butthead Do America. Maria?
Beavis.
Okay. Steven?
Sling Blade.
Beavis and Butthead. Jordan?
They're both playing kind of like dumbed down characters, but I'll go with Beavis and Butthead.
Okay. And Zach?
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. Okay. All right, we could almost have an MTV matchup with Beavis and Butthead and Joe's Apartment if they face off.
right.
I don't think they would, but we could. Down Periscope and The Rock. Steven.
The Rock.
Yeah, I'll go with The Rock. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go with The Rock.
Zach.
The Rock.
Rock. Maria.
The Rock, even though I love
Rock.
Periscope.
All right, The Rock
Yeah.
moves on.
I like Harlan Williams.
We're smelling what The Rock is cooking. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Tin Cup and 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
So it's on me. Justice for Bound. Tin Cup.
That was what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know, right, Steven? Jordan.
Go with the best Disney live action movie we've ever had, 101 Dalmatians.
Zach.
I think you meant best Disney live action, Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Tin Cup.
Tin Cup. Okay, and Steven.
People forget. I don't know if people remember, but Wachowski's directed Bound, but Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
sad.
no, sorry. This should have been Tin Cup versus Bound. Bound should have won. All right. All right, going down to Ransom and Scream. Jordan.
Gotta go Scream. Gotta do the
Zach.
face from the cover.
Just because I've seen it, Scream.
Maria.
Maria.
I think Scream is. Yeah, Scream. Yeah.
Steven.
It's better.
Ransom, but I've never heard anyone actually like actively disliking Scream before.
I know, same here. Yeah, I'm just like, what? That is like baffling.
I don't dislike it either, but I would have gone Ransom just to mix it up a little bit. So, but Scream.
Where's Richie when we need him? I know Scream made it, but still, I don't know if it'll go that far.
We'll see. The Great White Hype and Eraser. Zach.
Oh, it'll go that far.
The Great White Hype.
Okay. Maria.
Eraser. I love that movie.
All right. Steven.
Yeah, I've seen Eraser way more, so Eraser.
Yeah, I'll go Eraser. Jordan.
I've only seen one, so I'll go with the Great White Hype.
Okay. All right. But Eraser moves on. All right. So that is one half of our Sweet 16. And we'll jump to the other side and see what joins it. All right. And we'll start with Train Spotting and the Island of Dr. Moreau. Maria.
So Train Spotting.
Train Spotting.
Right?
I guess.
Train Spotting.
Yeah. Is everybody going Train Spotting? Steven? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you never seen it?
Just put it through.
I saw it like once, but I don't really remember it. But I certainly wouldn't go with Dr. Moreau.
It's a better movie, trust me. It's a
Yeah.
much better movie. Train Spotting. Hey, Jordan, now you can watch it or try to.
Yeah.
Just again, put on the subtitles.
Yeah,
right. But I mean, it's not that hard. But yeah, it's not as bad as like Banshees of Inisherin, but it's it's in that vein.
Yeah. Or like
yeah.
Snatch is it?
Snatch.
Or
Yeah.
Snatch. Yeah.
Yeah. LA Confidential and From Dusk Till Dawn. Maria.
Jeez.
Maria.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're there.
I was looking down. I heard you talking, and I was like, is it
Yeah, you,
going
Maria,
on?
vote.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh God. Dust to Dawn. Sure, why not?
All right. Yeah, Steven.
Okay.
Normally, I'd go with the '96 movie, but LA Confidential is in my top 20 of all time, so LA Confidential.
Maria's pulling a JPO. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right,
trying to be
We're
just like her.
we're almost there. We're in the speed round. Hang tight.
I aspire to be him.
I'm gonna go with the logic. It's a '96 movie I really love, so I'm going From Dusk Till Dawn.
I can't believe I fell asleep again. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll go with From Dusk Till Dawn. I love that movie.
Okay, and Zach.
Actually, LA Confidential was the first time watch earlier today, and I really loved it. So I would have gone with LA Confidential.
Okay, it's a close one, but From Dusk Till Dawn takes it.
Yeah.
All right, going down to The Frighteners and Sleepers. Steven.
Oh, fudge.
Sleepers.
I'll go the Frighteners. Jordan.
Yeah, shoot, this is tough. They're both good, but I'll go with the Frighteners.
Okay.
Zach?
Zach.
The Frighteners.
Okay, and Maria.
And the Frighteners.
Okay, Frighteners. I'm gonna jot that one down. Okay. All right, the Frighteners moves on. Going down to Daylight and Star Trek First Contact. Me, I'll go Star Trek. Jordan.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Okay. Zach.
Daylight.
Daylight. Maria.
Daylight.
Steven.
I love Daylight, but I gotta go with Star Trek First Contact.
Okay. All right, Star Trek. Okay, and jot that one down. And bear with me 1 second as I write these down. All right, Star Trek First Contact. All right, we've got The Fan and Austin Powers. Jordan?
I'll go Austin Powers.
Okay. Zach?
Austin Powers.
All right, Maria?
Hey! Maria!
Maria.
I hear you. I'm here. I hear you. Austin Powers. Is it Austin Powers that you're asking me about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I
Powers and the
want.
Fan. Let me,
Yeah.
Make me break out my air horn and blow it in the.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was just a tiny thing I was
I
looking
did it to
at.
JPO once years ago, so.
Don't do that. I'm not quite that bad yet. It's been a long day. I've had problems.
No, I understand. We're almost there. We're almost there. Steven?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. All right. Here we go. Happy Gilmore and Set It Off. So, Happy Gilmore? Because we've seen it.
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore.
I said it's all fun, but it's not that fun.
I got you. Okay, so I'll just jot that one down. All right. Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
Okay.
does that mean Happy Gilmore and Austin Powers are going up against?
Yeah. I think we've had that.
Oh,
I think we've had that before somewhere or another. But Multiplicity and Executive Decision, Zach.
Oh.
Executive Decision.
Okay. Maria?
Executive Decision.
Okay. Steven?
I'll probably be the lone vote for Multiplicity.
Okay. And I'll go Executive Decision.
Yeah, I mean Michael Keaton's great at comedy. I think he's pretty good, but I'm gonna go with Executive Decision though.
Okay. All right, Executive Decision. And then we got Titanic and Space Jam. Maria.
Titanic, I guess.
All right, Steven.
I mean, it's hard to give up Bugs Bunny when you have,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan with him, but still.
Steven? Yeah, I'll go Titanic.
Oh, come on. Space Jam.
And Zach.
Titanic.
All right, sorry, Jordan.
Yeah.
It's hanging on.
Space Jam is 1,000,000 times better for me.
For you.
Yeah.
This is your favorite movie, Jordan. We all know it's your favorite movie.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
my favorite style of movie, probably.
All right. Okay, so we have our Sweet 16 moving on to Friday. So now we'll just see what wins part 2 here. So start with That Thing You Do in Joe's apartment. Hanging on. Steven.
That Thing You Do.
Yeah, go That Thing You Do. Jordan.
Yeah, That Thing You Do.
Okay. Zach.
That Thing You Do.
Okay. And Maria.
That Thing You Do.
All right, That Thing You Do into the Elite Eight. We got Twister and Beavis and Butthead Do America. Oh, on me. Oh shit. This is a tough one. I'll go Twister. Jordan.
I gotta go Beavis and Butthead.
Okay. Zach.
Twister.
Maria.
Twister.
Twister and Steven.
Twister.
Twister. All right, moves on. So, all right. Okay. The Rock and Tin Cup. Jordan.
The Rock.
Rock. Zach.
The Rock.
Maria.
The Rock.
Steven.
The Rock.
And I'll go The Rock. All right. So, The Rock moves on. We got Scream and Eraser. Zach.
Eraser.
Eraser. Maria.
Racer.
Steven.
This is actually kind of hard. But I'm gonna go with Scream.
I'll go Eraser. Jordan.
This is not hard for me at all. Scream.
Okay. Eraser pulls the upset, but Scream will be on Friday. So,
I'm not mad about that, actually.
Yeah.
Eraser over Scream. You guys are ridiculous.
Scream will have 90,000 more chances on tournament fights, as it always does.
Yeah. All right.
Train Spotting and From Dusk Till Dawn on the other side, Maria.
Maria,
Uh,
are you still
I
with us?
can't believe I did it again.
Train Spotting and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn. Okay.
I'm
Steven?
sorry.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I'll go From Dusk Till Dawn. Jordan.
Yeah, we need to play the Home Alone thing, like for Home Alone 2. We did it again. I slept in. But I'll go with From Dusk Till Dawn.
And Zach.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Next time it happens, I'll play this.
Well, we're waiting.
No,
Yeah.
All right, that's still done. All right, so oops,
Here.
screwed something up there. All right, The Frighteners and Star Trek: First Contact. Steven.
Oh, Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I'll go Star Trek. Jordan.
Yeah, or we need to play the System of a Down music video. Wake up! Wake up!
No, yeah.
Wake up! Yeah. This one's tough, but First Contact.
Okay, Zach.
The Frighteners.
Same Maria.
First Contact.
First Contact. All right, hangs on. All right, Austin Powers and Happy Gilmore. Me, I guess I'll go Happy Gilmore. Jordan, was close.
Yeah, Brian's comment kind of amuses me. It says like Butthead reacting to the tornadoes and Twisted. Whoa, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's go Happy Gilmore.
All right, Zach.
Happy Gilmore.
Maria.
Austin Powers.
Powers.
Yeah.
Steven.
I like Austin Powers more, but I'll go with the 96 movie and go with Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Gilmore. Executive Decision and Titanic. Jordan.
Oh, Executive Decision by a mile.
Zach.
With this logic, I'll go with the 96 movie, Executive Decision.
Maria.
Executive Decision.
Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, try to keep it 96 Executive Decision.
Yeah, I'm with the logic now that they're both into Friday. I'll go Executive Decision. I'll go 96 and keep it 96. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, Executive Decision. All right, so we got our Elite Eight. We got a wide variety of stuff here, so I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with That Thing You Do and Twister, and we go to Zach, I believe.
Oh, this is tough. Twister is higher on my list, so Twister.
Okay, Maria.
Maria.
I think it's what's the other one besides Twister?
That Thing You Do.
Oh, Thing You Do. Yeah, I want that one. Yeah.
Sure.
Had
Steven.
a moment there. I was awake, but I didn't
You're fine.
remember.
All right,
I'll go with That Thing You Do.
I'll go Twister. Jordan.
Yeah, I think I'll go a Twister. I like Carrie Ellis playing Jonas, the douchey guy on that.
Yeah, his character is the weak part of that movie, in my opinion.
I have an A. Steven, how dare you? I have an 8x10 of Carrie Ellis from Twister, signed by him, saying, "Look out!" So,
Okay,
yeah.
you don't need a human villain. Okay, the Twisters are enough.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Got The Rock and Eraser, so action matchup here. Maria.
The Rock.
Rock. Steven.
The Rock.
Yeah, I'll go The Rock. Jordan.
It's funny. I'm not even a huge fan of The Rock, but I voted for it every time because it's always going against something weaker. So I'll go with The Rock. Zach.
The Rock.
Okay, The Rock. Moves on. All right. On the other side, we got From Dusk Till Dawn and Star Trek First Contact. Steven.
Star Trek First Contact.
Just because we don't see it a lot, I'll go From Dusk Till Dawn. Jordan.
Oh man, like
This is a tough matchup, though.
yeah, the Next Generation is like my comfort, so I gotta go with First Contact.
All right. Zach.
Zach.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay, it's on you, Maria.
First Contact.
First Contact. All right. All right, going down to Happy Gilmore and Executive Decision. Me. I guess I'll go Happy Gilmore. Jordan.
Yeah. Let's go Lafferty Daniels and Gilmore Happy. Zach.
Happy Gilmore.
Maria.
Happy Gilmore.
Gilmore. All right, Steven.
Executive decision.
Okay. All right. Happy Gilmore moves on. All right, we got our
It's the
final
wrong
four
one.
here.
I said the wrong name. I'm an idiot.
I will say
It's okay. It's okay. Leave it.
my
Leave it.
top 3 from the year are in this final 4. So
Okay.
Oh, nice. There you go.
There you go. All right. So Jordan, we got Twister and The Rock.
Yeah, I can finally vote for something other than The Rock. Twister. Let's go. Zach.
The Rock is higher, so The Rock.
Okay.
Maria.
The Rock.
The Rock. Steven.
The Rock.
I don't mind either one. I have a logic. I would have gone The Rock, but I have a logic behind it. Okay. All right. The Rock. We got Star Trek First Contact and Happy Gilmore. Zach.
Happy Gilmore.
Gilmore. Maria.
Happy Gilmore.
Steven.
Star Trek First Contact.
I'll go First Contact. Jordan.
I think I got to go Happy Gilmore here.
Okay. All right. Happy Gilmore. All right. Happy Gilmore versus The Rock in the finals.
It's my top 2 years.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right, All
Nice.
right, there you go. All
Be a
right.
tough one for
Maria, you're first.
The Rock.
Okay. Steven.
Well, you guys voting in Happy Gilmore over Star Trek made this easier for me. The Rock.
Yeah.
I'll go The Rock. Jordan.
I wanna kiss you all over and again till the night flows easy. Happy Gilmore.
And Zach.
I mean, I win either way for this. I'll go with The Rock.
Okay, The Rock takes part 2 of
Ooh,
1996.
okay.
All right, nice. All right,
Cannot
so
be
there you
defeated.
go. All right, yeah, it's a good movie. So one of Michael Bay's better movies. So back when Michael Bay was making fun movies in the 90s, that I could get behind, and not some of his more ridiculous stuff later.
Yeah.
So there you go. Congratulations to The Rock. All right,
Yeah.
so there we go.
Awesome.
All right,
It's still got
nicely
some
done.
ridiculous stuff in it, but it's still good.
Yeah, no, it's a fun movie. It's a very breezy, good stuff. All right, so nicely done. There we go. The Rock takes part 2. So we've got our half bracket pretty much set with our 32 movies for Friday. So we'll see what takes it on Friday. So there you go.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
And that will do it. So we'll just do some plugs and see what makes it. So we'll go to Zach. What do you got going on?
I will say, so I'm going to be here on Friday, and of the 32 movies, I have 11 blind spots, so I'll watch one of those movies tomorrow for this. So, but other than that, you can find me on Letterboxd and YouTube at MovieFanZ. Like I said, I'll be here on Friday, but also you can find me on Multiplex and Lights Out Trivia and the Pierce Co. and just a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention that Final Four was all a battle of previous tournament fight winners. So The Rock is now a 2-time winner. So there you go.
Okay.
Because The Rock, I look back, won our Battle of the Bonds, if you remember that, which actually has quite a bit of views on our channel, Jordan. The Battle of the Bonds tournament does pretty well.
Yeah.
And then Twister won a disaster tournament way back when. Happy Gilmore's won a versus comedy thing, and Star Trek First Contact won, I think, one of our mystery tournaments or something like that. So, we had a battle of all previous winners. So The Rock is now a 2-timer.
Well, maybe someday we'll get to a tournament of all like multi-time winners, but
that's what we're doing. Well, I mean, or you okay? Do you mean multiple? I was just gonna say we are doing that after that next 64 previous winners tournament. So something will become one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that one coming up. So but with Maria, where can we find you?
I could be right here sleeping in this chair, apparently.
Yeah, right.
Most nice.
We always find you.
I'm undergoing some hyperbaric treatments now in the chamber for some situations I've got going on, and it makes me so sleepy. I can barely keep my eyes open most days. So sorry about that, everybody. I'm around. I try to, be here and there, try not to get anybody's way, try not to make anybody mad. So I'm here. I'll see you later.
Yeah. You're gonna see where we're gonna have you next if we do have you on there.
What's that mean?
No,
If we do, I don't know.
well, only just because I think you had a
Because you
while
signed
there
up
where you weren't signing up for stuff because you were having your personal stuff going on. So I know you didn't
I
sign
did.
up
Well,
for all
I'm
that stuff.
back,
Yeah.
sort of in a
So
way.
yeah,
but,
it's only that. But if you can get with Jordan and he can send you a calendar if you want to sign up for. A few
no,
things
no, that's fine.
We have you-
I know what you mean. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give me any crap. I really
No,
wasn't.
you're fine.
we have you signed up for the Battle of the Hulks coming up. So that'll be
Yeah, that would
Friday,
be interesting.
Friday, April 11th, which will be Mark Ruffalo versus Ed Norton versus Eric Bana versus Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno only has those canon films like Hercules movies he did. That's really all he's got.
Yeah, so the main event
He's
be
also
like
in I
one
Love
of
You
the
Man
Bell
too. So
Yeah, I mean he's got a few like brief roles, but he
I
was
might have
not
to do
really
his
like.
cameos or something.
I mean, he has a cameo in The Incredible Hulk, like 08, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like he did a lot of those
That's true.
TV Hulk movies, and we don't count those because they're TV movies. So
Yeah, right.
it's I don't know.
Yeah, but Steven, where can we find you?
Letterboxd at Shepard82 and all social media at my name. I won't be here for Friday, unfortunately, because Valentine's Day is a.
Well, Maria will be here on Friday. Did you know that, Maria? If you remember,
Yeah, I
you'll
did.
be here for
I heard
Friday.
that. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Because Valentine's Day is a big day for anyone in the service.
Oh darn!
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't.
But I'll be back eventually.
Yeah.
This will be on Friday.
So, Steven, we'll have you back next weekend to talk more comedy because we got part 3 of the comedy series for next Tuesday. So yeah.
There you go.
So,
I don't remember
yeah.
signing up for that, but maybe, yeah.
I'll
probably be
yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to do it, I mean, yeah. So yeah, but Austin,
so tomorrow night here on the Movie Network at around 8:30, myself and Richie will be discussing for Wheel of Movies Mission Impossible 3. So come check us out over there. That movie's a banger. That movie rocks. And it's really, really good. So you can come check us out discussing that right afterwards over on the Lonely Marks wrestling podcast channel. You can see myself and JPO, Richie, Jacob Barber all talking some wrestling over there, so you can check that out as well. I'll be on Saturday's Rankum with JPO, I believe, talking some Seinfeld. We're doing top 12 Seinfeld episodes, so that should be fun. My favorite show of all time. So
you want to be my latex salesman.
I could do a Rankum top 50 of Seinfeld. That's how good that show is. Top 12 is going to be tough. And then that same night, just later on, probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock, myself and Wolfman over on Mega Movie Z. We'll be doing our monthly mistake drinking game watch along for this one for February's Madam Web from last year. So we're doing a little drinking game for Madam Web since it was a February release. So
nice.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I would have been on that Seinfeld episode of Rankum because Malcolm asked me, because that would have been a lot of fun. I'm a diehard Seinfeld fan. I got about a top 5 and then like beyond that, just a crapshoot of so many great episodes. But I'm gonna be out of town because I found out that. Well, I mean, I didn't find out. I just forgot that we got like 5 people in my family that all have birthdays in the month of February. So we're getting together in Utah for that because most of them live down there. And but my sister-in-law is pregnant, so they're having a baby shower. So one of the nights going to be a guy's night. That's like going out in the town with the guys. So they all do a baby shower. So, but you can find us on all the social media at Movie Hero 2121, at Jordan 83616, and then over in the Movie Hero Network a group on Facebook. And if you have any projects you're working on that are movie related, pop culture related, music related, any of that stuff, you can post your heart's content over there. If you have a YouTube channel, all that stuff, and we'll share it out. We'll try to get you some views and some subscribers and all that fun stuff. And I will hopefully within the next couple of days. I've been trying to find time for it. I've barely even had enough time to watch movies for these things, but I want to get the schedule posted over in the the Movie Hero Network group, and I'm going to post along with that all the music episodes. We got a bunch of music episodes we want to do. I don't really say them here. I just save them for to be posted over there. There's a lot, but if you're into music, which I'll just name just a couple quick ones, but we want to do stuff like the Beatles versus Rolling Stones versus Elvis, or like the Battle of the Kings of Pop, should be Michael Jackson versus Timberlake, or Justin Timberlake / NSYNC, which could be both, and Bruno Mars and the Backstreet Boys. So we got all
Wow.
of that stuff, and like things like that too. We got like Green Day versus Radiohead and Nirvana and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So there's some fun stuff over there. And on the Patreon, we can actually play the music and not get copyrighted. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So and then let's see. What else we got coming up? So we are working to do our next episode of the best to worst show that we've been doing. We've been ranking our favorite family movies of all time, and best to worst is a little bit of a combo of a blind ranking and tier ranker, but we had a couple people drop out. So if anyone's really into family movies, I guess Dylan Randazzo got some big mystery gig that he can't talk about, and he's going to be like unavailable till December is what he says. So that's kind of crazy. I don't know what that is, and he can't say it. I think maybe he got cast in some reality show or something. That's just my guess. I'm throwing it out there, but I don't know, because I know he's
he's going to space
and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but
driving a car up there.
Yeah, and I know Chad Webb's trying not to do quite as many online things. He wants to cut back a little bit. So yeah. So if you're
that kid, when kid's still a kid.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Just let me know, and we'll put you down for some of those. And also have a couple of people in mind I want to reach out to. So and then we'll be doing some trivia, the Seen and Heard movie trivia. We still got a few things going on. We're going to be doing a rom-com exhibition match coming up soon. So and I believe Zach will be a part of that one. So that should be fun. And then we also have the first match of round 2 for the Seen and Heard movie trivia tournament. So that'll be going on soon. We'll get back into some music trivia where we can play clips from music from movies, and you can try to name the movie from the clip, and a little TV thrown in there. We'll be doing that in probably early March is when we'll be doing more of that stuff. But then our Patreon, if you go to patreon.com/movieheroes, where you can find all that content. Soon, I'm really hoping to have our extended schedule that'll go about 5 or 6 months out, and you can really get dibs on signing up for episodes before they fill up. Some of them do fill up fast, especially these ladder series. Ladder series go quick, so you want to sign up as soon as you can. But just what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. Of course, we have our championship episode on Friday. That'll be the Sweet 16 from parts 1 and 2. And then we're going to be getting back into our comedy series next week. We got part 3 and 4. So just 2 more tournaments of just completely random comedy movies. So it could be any comedy movies at all. That could be good ones. It could be bad ones, anywhere in between. And then we get into our next TV tier ranker, which would be best TV shows of the 80s. So we got that on there. We'll be doing our Comedy Mystery Search Championship at the end of the month on the 28th. And then to kick off March, we're going to be doing a mystery series for action movies. So we got a whole action series coming up. And then we'll also be doing the best TV shows of the 70s. So we're doing one each month. So we're going to be on the 70s. And then Austin already mentioned our next 64 unique tournament fights winners. So we'll be doing that finally, because we almost have enough to do almost 2 by now. But and then we will be doing, let's see, we have Austin's birthday episode, which we already mentioned he wants to do something Godzilla related, a whole tournament of Godzilla movies. So we'll be doing some of that. Then the beginning of April, I'll just name just a couple of quick ones and call it good. But we have a big family tournament going on at the beginning of April with all family movies. And then we have our TV show tier ranker championship will be in April. And then we have Malcolm Lay's birthday episode, which he hasn't told us what he wants to do for his birthday episode, so we'll figure it out. We got a little time. And then also that battle of the Hulks we mentioned that Maria is going to be a part of. So yeah. So that's a little extended preview of what's going on, and I'll even have more of that hopefully soon on the Movie Hero Network. So we'll just watch for that, and I'll make some announcements. I'll send out some reminders and all that stuff. So yeah. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button because it really helps us out. We're really doing a big push for subscribers, and it help us out. Even more. If you're already subscribed, to just share it out to someone who's not subscribed. Tell them to subscribe because it just helps a lot. So, but we appreciate it. So yeah. But that'll do it for us tonight, guys. So this was a fun time, and we'll say for Zach Shelton, for Maria Hammon, for Stephen Shepard, for Richie Goodacre, for Austin Pez Howell. I've been Jordan, the Movie Hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.
There's a hostage situation on Alcatraz. Hostage? 81 tourists. The Rock has become a tourist attraction.
The Rock is the most famous and was the most feared prison ever built.
Tour's over, Bob. You're being detained against your will. For that, I apologize. It's not our intention in any way to harm you. You will not be detained 1 minute longer than is necessary for us to complete our mission.
Call the San Francisco office. It seems Alcatraz was just reopened.
We penetrate the island through the tunnels under the prison buildings undetected and emerge in its center. Alcatraz has been ripped up and rebuilt for years.
There is someone who I think can help us.
We can't risk letting him out.
81 civilians are under my control as of this moment.
A battery of VX gas rockets is presently deployed to deliver a highly lethal strike on the population of the San Francisco Bay Area.
Who is your best chemical biological man?
Dr. Goodspeed, James Womack. What do you know about VX gas?
It's very, very horrible, sir.
His name is John Mason, a British national incarcerated on Alcatraz in 1962. Escaped in 63. This man has no identity, not in the United States or Great Britain. He does not exist.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole! Welcome to the Rock.
Show us on the blueprints.
I can't. My blueprint was in my head.
Then you're trained in weapons, explosions, mortal combat.
Well trained. Close on the board! Go, 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 go! Get out of here!
You know the Rock. You've looked out.
You're shooting too close to the rocket. Him, but not the rocket.
You're under oath as United States Marines. Have you forgotten that?
Don't tempt me.
Do not move that.
Fire. You sure you're ready for this?
I'll do my best.
Your best?
Yeah. Stand down, Captain!